begin. Something's coming. Something's coming. Yeah. Something's coming. Something's coming. Something's coming. Let the games begin. Come walk in my shoes. I done paid all my dues. I got something to prove. All in, nothing to lose. Right now, when the day starts, woke up my brave heart. Stand up and play my part.
As well as a 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, topped off with 24/7 roadside assistance. Come find your next certified pre-owned vehicle at Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella, taking care of you since 1935.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strauber Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make U.S. Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strauber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular in downtown Pella.
And a good evening to you, and thank you for joining us wherever you may be. A happy Monday as we continue in the Class 3A Substate 7 bracket. The winner of tonight's game will be one game away from Iowa City and the University of Iowa in the Class 3A State Baseball Tournament. And it's a Little Hawkeye Conference showdown. The Dutch of Pella welcome the Cardinals of Newton. I'm Andrew Schneider alongside Ryan DeShatis as we bring you this matchup and a lot of intrigue after Friday. On paper, it feels like, Ryan, the toughest test for Pella was accomplished. Bo Leisure, a phenomenal pitcher, did not have his best stuff on Friday. Pella solved him with great approach at the plate. They advanced 8-2, and now the road to Iowa City is paved with gold for the Dutch in the sense of they'll have their number one pitcher available on Wednesday if they're to beat Newton. But that's the pull of it, right, Ryan? Can't be too overconfident. There are a lot of factors at play here. The Cardinals and Dutch know each other very well. That's where we begin. Yeah, and I talked to Cole Hillman a little bit and Quinn Ramey a little bit. They're super confident, but the first thing that the coaches talked to them about was not being overconfident. You can't get to Thursday without or Wednesday, you can't get there without winning today. And they know Newton. Newton knows them. They've seen both of their pitchers. So it's going to be a battle. It's exciting. This is what you play all season for. So when you're thrown in December and January thinking, this is what we want to do. And it's exciting time. Coach Jablonski drove by the field several times today, and then we had a few showers and sprinkling there. But the field looks great. Mr. Mace did great on there, and we're ready for some baseball. Well, and part of the intrigue here, as we will take a look at our McCall Monumental Radio Keys of the game in a second, but the top story is Newton obviously winning a wild game on the other side against Carlisle. They hung on, including a hidden ball trick in their seventh inning to survive against the Wildcats, and they do so without Turner Williams, who's gone for the rest of the season, who's their top hitter and pitcher. And so that's when we talk about overconfidence, Ryan. Newton is missing their best guy, both on the mound, who would likely be pitching here tonight, and the guy who would be their leading hitter. But they were able to rally against a solid Carlisle team, and that's what makes the postseason so intriguing, Ryan. Sometimes it's just a matter of what day you wake up, and are we going to be able to hit, and all the above. We'll talk more in depth in a second, but that's where I think a lot of the intrigue and overconfidence may come from, is Newton is vulnerable, but sometimes it's the wounded dog that's the most dangerous. Most definitely, and that's what's kind of, teams can almost even rally around that, that they're the underdog, they're not supposed to win. So coaching-wise, you can maybe do a few things that maybe you wouldn't do because it doesn't really matter so much as far as you're not expected to win. So if you want to do some suicide squeeze hit and runs that maybe is atypical, you can do that. Hidden ball tricks, you have nothing to lose. Let's just try it, and maybe it'll work. And if it does, then that's great. So they definitely have momentum. They're a loose group over there. They're joking around, having fun. So it should be a good night. Should be a lot of fun to see how this all breaks down here on 92.1 KRLS. We're going to step aside. We got a couple of segments coming up in our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Our post-game interview with Jason Knox, the winning pitcher and the game-winning RBI for Jason Knox, as he will join us after this commercial timeout. And then we'll also have highlights from Pella's win over Knoxville coming up in our pregame coverage as well. Then Ryan and I will reconvene in about 10-15 minutes or so and break down this matchup further in depth. Pella versus Newton. We'll go ahead and step aside for our first commercial timeout. You're listening to Pella High Postseason Baseball on KRLS.
When it's time to move, not everyone is ready to buy a new home. Sometimes renting is the right answer first. And that's another way we're investing in lives through real estate at Pella Real Estate Services. We manage nearly 250 homes, condos, duplexes, and apartment rental units with professionally maintained, cleaned, and lease-ready options that protect the interests of both renters and owners. Check out PellaRentals.com or call 628-1-BUY for me, Stephen Patel, or any member of our growing team at Pella Real Estate Services.
The oil in the car gets change. The oil in the car gets change at Central Tire and Auto.
Central Tire and Auto in Pella is the home for the no-appointment oil change, where you're in and out in about 30 minutes with your oil change. For tires, front-end work, their no-appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
At Central Tire and Auto.
Stop waiting for glasses. At Vision for Less, we have a lens lab in every store and can make glasses in as little as 30 minutes. That's right. Buy today, wear today. 2 pairs of single vision glasses start at just $38.71 and 2 pairs of progressives just $76.92. Choose from more than 2,000 frames, including designer brands. For the best value in eyewear and same-day glasses, come to Vision for Less. Right glasses, right price, right now. For locations, visit visionforless.com.
When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. This is Randy Jarzombek, owner of Randall Roofing, and we are the dependable and reliable leader for your home or business shingle roofing needs in Pella and the surrounding areas. Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
Here now with our McCall Monument Monumental Radio Player of the Game. That's Jason Knox, 11 strikeouts on the mound, earning his first postseason win and 2 hits, 3 runs batted in. Jason, I know you've had a lot of frustration in the postseason in your career. You've started the last 2 games for the Dutch. Tough luck loss last year, really tough against Carlisle 2 years ago. What does it mean to get the monkey off this team's back, play so well in the postseason, and finally get that big win?
You know, you really hit it on the nose there. It's been, the first round has been a problem for us as a team, but also, you know, you spoke on it. Me personally, I got to start the last 2 years, and those are both tough losses. So coming into this game, that was something that was really motivating. And I think, you know, we see how we performed today, and there's no reason why we can't just keep doing it, keep playing.
Well, and I know it was a little bit of a dangerous start. Knoxville, you know, they've got their number 1 guy, and you fall behind 1-0. What was going through your mind, especially knowing that you had a chance to bat and ultimately help the team win? But how did you try this time around to keep confidence going, know that, hey, we don't want this to be a 1-0 game? And what were the things that you guys tried to do, knowing you fell behind twice but were able to keep close with Knoxville?
You know, we knew we were going to see Bo. He's a great pitcher. We've seen velocity all year hitting in the Little Hawkeye. But I think the big thing, we had a great practice yesterday. Our approaches today were great. We were very calm at the plate, and we never lost faith. You know, each of us knew, even if you got out, the guy after you was going to put together a good AB. And, you know, it was just a great team victory. We all strung together good ABs.
Well, and you've been on it on the other side when your pitch count gets high as an ace pitcher. It can be frustrating, right? Your guys get 42 pitches. You had that strikeout, but got 8 pitches off of Bo. How critical was it to get a little bit deeper into his pitch count that second time through? And what about that allowed you to have so much success after those first 2 innings?
You know, just getting him up in the pitch count, really, I mean, it wears on your arm a little bit. His velocity was down a little bit, and it wore him down a little bit. And I think the more pitches you make him throw, the more he's fighting for every single pitch, and the more likely he is to miss. And we just took advantage of that.
Well, and I called it maybe one of your best offensive performances in the season in that 4th inning. Sherm's able to get on base with 2 outs, got something spurred. Quinn Ramey reaches on a really tough error, and then you're able to get 2 huge runs on an RBI single. What was it like to finally see this offense come together like this? Knowing you've had some big games, but considering the opponent and the situation, that had to be so exciting to know you can be this team and you finally broke through.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke on our practice yesterday already. I mean, we were hitting the ball really well. We were seeing it, and we were reacting very well. We had great approaches, and we've shown flashes throughout the year, but I really believe in our team as a great hitting team, and I think tonight we showed what we're capable of a little bit.
Well, and then from there you settled in and you were able to get through 6 2/3 innings. And again, I'm sure that motivation, once you saw those 6 runs, I'm like, you're saying there's no way, right? Knoxville's going to get through this one.
I mean, yeah, I wanted to finish the game for myself, but, pitch count, it wasn't going to happen. But, yeah, we got a little bit of cushion. I'm really appreciative of my guys for that, and I knew if it was up to me, I wasn't going to let them come back in the game.
And so often, as this Pella team knows, the first game is often the toughest when you're on a Substate run until you get to that Substate final. Now things are wide open. What's the approach for this team, and what's the mentality knowing you're at home? You've got Keegan going on Monday, who, again, has been kind of your right-hand man, the 1-2 punch in the pitching mound. I imagine now it's trying to maintain momentum. What do you think it's going to take to beat to that Substate final on Monday night?
I think it's just another game where we just play our game. We put together good ABs like we did today, solid defense, and Keegan's going to do what Keegan does, and that's what it comes down to. I think we can all say that we are confident in ourselves, and, anything happens, it's baseball, but we have the tools to make it happen on Monday.
Should be a lot of fun. That's Jason Knox, the McCall Monumental Player of the Game. 11 strikeouts on the mound, 3 runs batted in at the plate. Jason, congratulations. I'm sure it feels great. Go celebrate this win, and we'll see you Monday night.
All right, thanks, Andrew.
Yo, this is your cup holder talking. The little round thing between your car seats. Now, I normally have a nice cold bottle of Mountain Dew in me, but at the moment, I'm empty. That's right, no Mountain Dew. Nothing in here but a couple of quarters and a dime. A fully capable cup holder like me just carrying your loose change? Look, I'm not made for loose change. I'm made to keep Mountain Dew within reach at all times, just inches from your hand. So find the store already. Grab some Dew, toss it back, then place that bottle where it belongs. Mountain Dew. Do the Dew.
Gordon & Associates Ltd. has offices in Oskaloosa and Creston, and they serve clients throughout most of Iowa. With more than 70 years of service and a growing staff of highly qualified employees, they provide clients with assistance in water treatment and distribution, wastewater collection and treatment, street construction and renovation, stormwater management, and residential, commercial, and industrial developments, in addition to a variety of specialty projects. Today, Gordon & Associates Ltd. continues to grow and prosper, building upon the solid foundation of its predecessors. Give Gordon & Associates a call today at 641-672-2526.
Did you know that when you use your Marion County Bank debit card, your purchases can benefit local schools? That's right, you can help the bank make a financial contribution to the local school of your choice. With your checking account and debit card from Marion County Bank, each time you use your card, those transactions add up during the year and we make donations to area schools. It's easy to enroll online, select your school, and there's no cost to you. Marion County Bank's Report Card Program, a great way to make a difference in our schools together. Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
This is Austin from Pella Car Care, your local home of quality automotive service. We are proud to support the coverage of the Pella Dutch. Much like the excellent athletic programs at Pella High School, we at Pella Car Care strive to consistently exceed expectations. We are proud to continue caring for our community by providing exceptional, convenient automotive service.
Check out my dad's team at PellaCarCare.com. Go Dutch, go Dutch.
I'm Andrew Schneider alongside Ryan DeShadas as we bring you postseason baseball in Class 3A Substate 7. It's the Dutch of Pella hosting the Panthers of Knoxville. The Red Rock rivalry renewed.
Here's Knox for a second chance for a runner in scoring position to hit somebody in.
He struck out swinging in his first try after 8 pitches.
There he goes.
Line one down
Go,
the right side, and that's a hit.
Just waving him in.
Kettler takes the turnaround third. Relay will not be in time. It's an RBI single, and Jason Knox ties the game 1-1. Freshman Sherm.
There, let's go.
That's
going to score him.
It's going to be right field.
This is going to be close. Oh, he's way up. Yes, attaboy.
And the Dutch will tie it. Henderson Sherm with the RBI single.
Love it.
Nope. He'll ground one in the hole at shortstop. Flip to second.
Oh, dropped it. Come on, score.
The run will score. The runner at second drops it. E4. And the Dutch take the lead. Looking for more with a 3-2 advantage.
Go.
Get away from the catcher, Hatch. A run will score, and it's 4-2 Dutch on the wild pitch.
Yes, that's going to score. That's going to drop.
Field, and that'll drop for a hit.
He's coming in. Kettler's coming in.
Kettler takes
let him
the
score.
Third. It's a 2-run single for Jason Knox, and the Dutch lead 6-2.
Jason, same thing he did last at bat.
Pella has solved the riddle of the ace Bo Leisure And the Dutch have a 6-2 lead.
Looming there is Kingery, who's had 2 really solid at-bats.
The 0-2, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Making strikeout number 8 for Jason Knox. And there's 2 away. The 2-2, a swing and a miss. Jason Knox will strike out the side, and he's got 9 Ks, does the senior. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Pella 6, Knoxville 2. For starter, a half swing.
Run,
that ball will get away. Kettler, Knox trying to run up the first base line. No one's covering home on the wild pitch. It's a strikeout. Knox reaches base on a fielder's choice, I guess is what you call it, because the catcher and the pitcher never covered home. Kettler will score, and big insurance for the Dutch.
That's why you watch baseball games, because you never know what you're going to see.
2 outs. There's a ball hammered well into deep left field. That ball is deep, and that ball one-hops the wall. Keegan Hanson coasts home. It's an RBI double. More insurance for the Dutch as Caleb Stewart on base. And Pella has broken this game open 8-2. The 2-2 offering to Spoor. A called strike 3. And for the first time in 6 years, the Dutch victorious in the postseason. The monkey off the back of Coach Jablonski, and Pella's playing Monday. Final score, Pella 8, Knoxville 2.
What's the beef about beef? It all comes down to where it comes from. That's why you can count on Hy-Vee Choice Reserve beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve comes from only the best Midwest farmers and ranchers. And we say only the best because less than 10% of USDA choice beef even meets Hy-Vee's strict standards for tenderness and flavor. Less than 10%. Hand-selected, cut fresh daily. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve is your choice for the best beef.
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. County Fair season is upon us, and while there are no Yoders participating at this year's Marion County Fair, I still take pride in the fact that I get to help countless families from all around the area keep their animals healthy. Those kids have been working extremely hard over the past 12 months to get ready for this year's fair, and it's finally time to put it on display. In whatever way you can, support our local 4-H'ers. From all of us at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella and the entire Yoder family, good luck to all the 4-H'ers participating in this year's Marion County Fair.
With summer here, the last thing you want to be thinking about is winter and those high heating bills. But now is the time to set up your propane contract with Two Rivers Cooperative. Our LP contracts run September through April, and they are a valuable tool to protect against the volatile nature of the energy market and help you control your energy costs next winter. For more information or to get signed up, contact Two Rivers Cooperative today in Pella, Otley, Monroe, or Tracy.
The home and field advantage. Two Rivers Co-op.
McCall Monument is the most trusted monument company in Iowa. This is Reed. We have been here helping families get their perfect memorial for over 150 years.
This is Wyatt. We are the monument experts. We don't plan funerals and we don't sell caskets. We are craftsmen with a full-service shop and artists on staff.
I'm Lee. We have a standard here at McCall Monument. In all our years in business, we have never called on a grieving family, and we never will. In your family's time of need, our family is here for you.
When memories become treasure, McCall Monument.
And welcome back to our pregame coverage of Pella versus Newton postseason baseball, Class 3A Substate semifinals on KRLS. Let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineups presented by Minega Pest Control. First for the Dutch from Pella. Leading things off for Pella, he's been the top hitter this season. It's number 8, Isaiah Kettler. Batting second for the Dutch, it's number 2, Quinn Ramey. Batting third, he's catching by the way, batting third over at third base. He got the win on Friday night on the mound. It's Jason Knox. Batting fourth. In pitching, it's number 22, Keegan Hanson. Batting fifth at first base, it's number 5, Caleb Stewart. Cole Hillman has been on a hitting tear as of late. He's at shortstop batting 6th, wearing number 3. Number 14, Tate Wiesner, is in left field batting 7th. Anderson Sherm is the designated hitter. He's wearing number 4, hitting for Leighton Bethards, in right field wearing number 16. And Jack Howard is at second base batting 9th. That's Kettler, Ramey, Knox, Hanson, Stewart, Hillman, Wiesner, Sherm hitting for Bethards, and Howard, the Dutch offensive lineup. Let's go ahead and run down the Newton Cardinals for you. In center field, it's number 3, Brody Bauer. At catcher, it's number 7, Drew Thompson. In right field, batting third, number 30, Braden Chance. Batting fourth at shortstop, number 21, Casey Somars. Batting fifth over at third base, number 10, Eli Stewart. Batting sixth, he got the win on the mound on Friday. It's Caleb Swartz. He's at second base wearing number 34. Tate Vanderlaan is the designated hitter. He's hitting for Riley Mounchlin. He's over at the pitching mound tonight. Jordan Kilmer is in left field batting 8th, and Evan Grimm is batting 9th for the Newton Cardinals. Your starting lineups presented by Miniga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Miniga Pest Control.
And we'll have more of our pregame coverage coming up after this. Your opening pitch presented by Dutch Mill Supply about 10 minutes away. Pella versus Newton on KRLS.
At Culver's, we make our blue spoons as sturdy as shovels so you can enjoy one of our concrete mixers. We mix our irresistibly creamy and fresh frozen custard nice and thick with chunks of cookie, gooey toppings, bits of candy, and fruit. Our best seller is the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup concrete mixer, but the possibilities are endless and there's always a new flavor of the day. We also have sundaes, cones, dishes, and shakes. Enjoy our famous, fresh, frozen custard at the Pella Culver's, where we're locally owned and involved in your community.
When it comes to your broadband connection, numbers definitely matter. With Pella Fiber, every residential customer gets gigabit speeds for only $75 per month. Working or schooling from home, gigabit speeds up and down make sharing files and meeting online hassle-free. And forget about the weather, fiber optic broadband isn't affected by it. Pella Fiber is your community-owned, fiber-only broadband provider, so their only priority is you. They don't do data caps or throttling, so your last download of the month is as fast as your first. Visit PellaFiber.com today to learn more.
Hi, this is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. County fair season is upon us, and while there are no Yoders participating at this year's Marion County Fair, I still take pride in the fact that I get to help countless families from all around the area keep their animals healthy. Those kids have been working extremely hard over the past 12 months to get ready for this year's fair, and it's finally time to put it on display. In whatever way you can, support our local 4-H'ers. From all of us at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella and the entire Yoder family, good luck to all the 4-H'ers participating in this year's Marion County Fair.
The oil in the car gets change. The oil in the car gets change at Central Tire and Auto.
Central Tire and Auto in Pella is the home for the no-appointment oil change, where you're in and out in about 30 minutes with your oil change. For tires, front-end work, their no-appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
At Central Tire and Auto.
McCall Monument is the most trusted monument company in Iowa. This is Reed. We have been here helping families get their perfect memorial for over 150 years.
This is Wyatt. We are the monument experts. We don't plan funerals and we don't sell caskets. We are craftsmen with a full-service shop and artists on staff.
I'm Lee. We have a standard here at McCall Monument. In all our years in business, we have never called on a grieving family, and we never will. In your family's time of need, our family is here for you.
When memories become treasure, McCall Monument.
Fair season is almost here, and at Two Rivers Cooperative, we'd like to extend best wishes to all the 4-H'ers in Marion, Mahaska, and Jasper counties. We know that you've put in a lot of hard work over the past year to get ready for the fair, and it's almost time to put that work on display. We'd also like to encourage local residents to take in the festivities. The Marion County Fair and Jasper County Fair are both July 15th through the 21st, and the Southern Iowa Fair is July 18th through the 23rd. Good luck to everyone involved from Two Rivers Cooperative in Pella, Otley, Monroe, and Tracy.
A busy night awaits us here in South Central Iowa. Remaining 5 teams in our KNIA KRLS coverage area with the opportunity to advance to the postseason, 3 of which are playing tonight. Twin Cedars is taking on Sigourney Keota in Bussey tonight. No coverage locally, however, our sister station, KCII Radio out of Washington, my hometown and hometown station, will be there to cover the game. So make sure they have the same technology we do, KCIIRadio.com and the KCII mobile app. And then Indianola takes on Ankeny, a very intriguing district semifinal there. That's in Ankeny, and that coverage is live on 94.3 KNIA. And then tomorrow night, Newton and Indianola softball, both a chance to advance to Fort Dodge. So a very busy round of games. We'll have Strauver Cellular instant radio updates throughout the night. Ryan, let's break down our matchup here, Pella versus Newton. These teams have played each other 3 times this season. Advantage Pella 2-1. It's been, I think, 3 years now since the home team has won in this matchup. Last year, Newton was able to win here at Pella again, and Pella won. That was this season, and then last year the opposite happened. So, Ryan, as we think about this matchup, obviously it's a little bit different in the postseason, but X's and O's, very familiar teams here tonight. They've seen each other a ton. Keegan had a complete game loss against Newton here on this field. Your thoughts about how this thing will play out, especially with the Cardinals shorthanded, missing their best player, but obviously coming off of a wild game on Friday.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they stay with the same approach that they had last week.
it'll be interesting to see how they do with Riley Mooshka does not miss a ton of bats with only 14 strikeouts in 23 innings. It'll be interesting to see if they kind of keep that same mantra of just trying to get base hits and line drives as opposed to trying to hit ones out onto the softball field. And I think if they do that and they stay consistent, and I think they'll be in good shape.
And that's almost the opposite problem of Friday, Ryan, right, where Pella couldn't be underconfident. They had to believe in themselves that they could hit off Bo Leisure. They took the right approach. The opposite is true, right? They can't believe in themselves too much, thinking, hey, this is a gimme. We beat them twice at their place pretty badly. They're missing their best guy. Pella really has to play within themselves in the opposite way, right? Keep themselves composed. Don't try to swing at too many first pitches. Work some counts and continue to have that consistent approach at the plate.
Yeah, and my concern a little bit is kind of like when we had Grant Jenkins on the team. You'd kind of just hang around and let Grant, even if you got behind, you're not worried. Grant's going to eventually, hit a 5-run homer and we'll be fine. And that's what I don't want, hopefully, tonight is if they would happen to get behind, not worry. We're still going to beat these guys. By the time they get maybe too complacent and all of a sudden it's the 5th, 6th inning and we need to score 3 runs to tie it or something. So they need to stay aggressive. And I think, talking to Coach Jablonski, Riley's going to be around the plate. So we'll see if they do some more hit and runs, be a little more aggressive on the base pass tonight.
Should be a very intriguing Substate semifinal. The winner will take on the winner of Grinnell and Bondurant. That's the other game we'll be tracking for updates tonight. Grinnell, the presumed favorite in that matchup. But once you're in that second round of the playoffs, Ryan, and all teams have usually thrown their number 1 pitcher, the gates are almost wide open in the second round, right? It's not, I don't want to say a crapshoot. I don't think it's quite that far, but certainly nothing is guaranteed in the second round of the playoffs when you don't have your ace on the mound.
Yeah, so this is their number 3. He pitched a bunch of non-conference games and a few conference games. He did only start 4 games, so it is a little new territory for him a little bit. But as we've done games on the radio, the best pitcher doesn't always win here, so that's why they play the games, obviously.
And again, that's Grinnell is going to be the key there. Is what I was talking about with them and Bondurant. Is Grinnell is the favorite, right? But Bondurant could win just because Grinnell doesn't have their top guy on the mound. The chances increase of an upset happening usually in this round in the postseason.
No, and we've been the number 1 seed before, and it is a little the expectations you're expecting to win. So if they do jump out to an early lead, you start getting a little nervous. Yeah. Everything, you look for little things happen where they make a weird play, and you're like, okay, it's their night tonight, and you start kind of wondering a little bit. So a big first inning run would be huge for Pella.
You're listening to Pella High Baseball, powered by Bank Iowa on FM 92.1 KRLS Knoxville Pella and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Bank Iowa is a proud supporter of Pella High School athletics, and they say for the Dutch, let's make it happen. And let's get to Wednesday. That'll wrap up our pregame coverage here on KRLS Radio. Let's also go ahead and quickly take a look at your game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. It is 81 degrees, a little bit humid out here, but not too bad. Wind blowing out of left field. Your game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. They're your local heating and cooling experts. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear.
Van Haften.
When we come back, your opening pitch presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Pella versus Newton. Winner heads to the Substate final on KRLS.
This is Kim at the Fairfield Inn and Suites in Oskaloosa, inviting you to come stay with us. We're a brand new facility that boasts state-of-the-art amenities, coupled with the local charm of Oskaloosa. Our pool and fitness center is open to our guests, and free breakfast will start your day off right. Call and book with us today, or use our Marriott Bonvoy app. We look forward to seeing you.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strawber Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make U.S. Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strawber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular in downtown Pella.
Let there be light, or not, or maybe just a little light. It's your choice with Mike Blom with Cabinet Design and Wood Harbor Cabinetry. Here's Vicki Collette of Oskaloosa, another satisfied cabinet design customer.
Mike put these can lights in that room too, and they're all on dimmers, and so we can have as much light or as little light as we want, which has really been handy. We like that.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
There's a new family-owned restaurant on the scene in Pella. Viet Thai Taste offers made-to-order authentic homemade dishes from Vietnam and Thailand. We ensure only the freshest produce and highest quality ingredients are used to bring you traditional flavors in preparing a variety of aromatic and spicy Vietnamese dishes and the exotic taste of spices combined with the sweet and sour flavors of Thailand. Check out the menu for Viet Thai Taste on Facebook, located in Newton and now open in Pella. Viet Thai Taste, paradise on your plate.
As Pella Community Schools is preparing everyone to learn, lead, and achieve, middle school and high school gifted and talented teacher Jeff Seward says it's important for all students to be challenged on a daily basis.
We don't want to make their learning boring or I already know that answer. What am I going to do next? That's not where we want to be. So much of that is met through the core curriculum, but we can just make it even better by enhancing that through that support system.
Preparing everyone to learn, lead, and achieve. Pella Community Schools. Pella!
What's the beef about beef? It all comes down to where it comes from. That's why you can count on Hy-Vee Choice Reserve beef. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve comes from only the best Midwest farmers and ranchers. And we say only the best because less than 10% of USDA choice beef even meets Hy-Vee's strict standards for tenderness and flavor. Less than 10%. Hand-selected, cut fresh daily. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve is your choice for the best beef.
Are you considering window replacement or a remodeling project? Would you like the opportunity to work with a Pella Windows certified local contractor on your home remodeling projects? DeHuysen Carpentry is a Pella certified contractor handpicked for their expertise with window and door installation or replacement, as well as remodeling and home renovation capabilities. For your next project, call DeHuysen Carpentry at 780-1858. DeHuysen Carpentry, masters of consistency and quality.
If you have friends or family coming to Pella, make reservations for them to stay in Pella's finest accommodations, the Amsterdam Hotel.
We have many different packages available depending on what they are looking for during their visit.
Our weekend getaway package includes flowers, chocolates, and champagne.
The Visit Pella package has tickets to the Historical Village, Vermeer Windmill, and Pella bucks to spend around town.
And the stay and play package includes golf at Boss Landon.
Find the perfect package for your guests or yourself by visiting royalamsterdam.com for the Amsterdam Hotel on the Bollengracht in Pella.
We're live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS. Andrew Schneider and Ryan Deschadas coming to you from the home of the Dutch. As the sun sets on the 2022 summer season, just a handful of teams remain across Iowa, with looming tournaments next week in Fort Dodge, Iowa City, and Carroll. The final 8 from each class will be decided by Wednesday across all of Iowa in each of the classes 1 through 5A, baseball and softball. And Ryan, tonight, a Little Hawkeye Conference showdown, and on the mound, Keegan Hanson, who for the vast majority of the season, really until Knox picked it up as of late, was arguably the better of the two pitchers in terms of his statistics and success. It's an argument that Coach Jablonski would love to have because he has really legit two top guys. But Hanson struggled a little bit at the end of the regular season. You hope his arm, though, is feeling good. And if he's on tonight, it'll be a long night for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Jablonski a little bit this morning. Keegan is raring to go. He's excited for the start tonight. He's got a little clutch in him, and he was off for a little while. They gave him a week off, kind of rest his arms. Did come back with kind of a tough start there, but he's had 2 quality appearances since then, and he's looking good so far in warm-ups.
Keegan Hanson on the season 4-2, 44 1/3 innings of work, 13 earned runs, 61 strikeouts, so just about a strikeout and a half per inning. Opponents are hitting .227 against the senior, who's bound for Grandview College coming up this fall and beyond. Meanwhile, on the other side, Newton as a team hits .293 again. Don't want to belabor the point, but they are without their top player tonight, Turner Williams, who is hitting .429, and that changes the complexion big time of this Cardinals lineup, at least on paper statistically. We'll see how things shake out, as these Cardinals have seen Keegan Hanson earlier this year. Hanson gave up 2 runs, 5 earned when the Cardinals were here on this home field, and Pella lost to Newton in the 2-1 season series. Your opening pitch is presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Dutch Mill Supply is your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier. Keegan Hanson's first pitch is lined out to right field. Beathard's, it's over his head and extra bases, and a leadoff extra base hit, maybe more here. No, coasting into second base is Bauer with the double.
Yeah, first pitch fastball just right down over the middle, and Brody was late on it, and it had some tailing action on it. Beathard started in, and by the time he realized it was over his head, and maybe could have pushed it for 3, but with no outs, good choice to just leave him at second base. And we got a quick start here. Looks like the infield is in, maybe expecting to bunt here with Drew Thompson.
Thompson is the starting catcher wearing number 7 and batting from the right side. A swing and a miss on the curveball, 0-1.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of surprise there. Drew batting .262. Only has 1 sacrifice on the year. Maybe they'll go to a bunt now, but Pella defense is still expecting a bunt, it looks like.
So a leadoff double on our opening pitch of the game. This will be pitch number 3 from Hanson. Half swing, did he go? The home plate umpire.
They're saying he did. They appealed it.
Says yes on the appeal. 0-2.
So a little surprise here a little bit.
Especially get that first run in with.
Yeah, exactly.
You can get him over to third with less than an out.
Relax your defense maybe a little bit, but we'll see here. Keegan throwing a curveball and a fastball, both for strikes so far this at bat.
The 0-2 offering from the stretch. Here comes the senior right-hander, high and outside on the waster. Defensively for Pella, it's Wiesner in left, Kettler in center. As we mentioned, Beathard's in right. At first base, it's Stewart. Second base, Howard. Shortstop, Hillman. Third base, Knox. This has been the standard Pella defense with Hanson and Knox swapping down the home stretch. Quinn Ramey catching. Line drive into center, and that's a hit. A clean single for the Cardinals. The stop sign is on. Runners on the corners, though, and a big jam early here for Hanson.
Yeah, good job there by Drew. It was a curveball, 1-2 curveball, stayed up, and great job there by Drew, just fisting it out to center field. Wasn't hit real hard. Kettler was in, and they held him on. Now we got people on first and third with no outs, and Braden Chance up to batting .344.
The only looming trouble here for Pella is that it's been 2 very well-struck balls, Ryan. They did not miss either one of those pitches, and you just hope that that's a little bit of a fluke to start for Pella's sake. If not, it could be a little bit of a longer night than they had hoped. Runners in the corners, nobody out for Newton. Scoreless game, and a pop-up foul, 0-1. This is Braden Chance. Chance on the season is hitting .344 with 2 home runs, 19 runs batted in.
Yeah, both pitches that they did there were up, and I think that's maybe just early inning, hopefully early inning stuff here by Keegan. So the curveball's up and the fastball's up, and they both took advantage of it.
Keegan made 2 appearances last week, both in relief, closing out the final out after Jason Knox had reached the pitch count limit against Knoxville with a strikeout looking. Also pitched a scoreless inning against South Tama in a not-so-scoreless game, 15-12. 1-1 to the number 3 hitter Chance.
Yeah, looks like he may be going on this pitch here. He's got a lot bigger lead, not going.
Curveball, down Broadway, 1-2.
Yeah, that's a good first curveball for a strike there for Keegan. A little surprised they're not moving the runner here.
Newton has only stolen 18 bases on the season, so on paper, not a very aggressive base running team are the Cardinals. It's less than 1 per game. Waste pitch set up outside, and Hanson hits the spot, 2-2.
Yeah, Keegan's popping the mitt pretty good here. 2-2 count.
Hanson trying to get out of an early jam. Runners on the corners, nobody out for Newton. Curveball swung on and foul tipped right behind home plate. Stays 2-2.
Yeah, those 2-strike curveballs so far both have been, you want to start those as strikes and end them up out of the strike zone, and both of those are starting high and in and right in the strike zone, and he got away with one there. It'd been just being fouled off.
So 2 quick hits for Newton. Top of the first inning, still scoreless, but Cardinals with a prime chance to strike first against the Dutch. Another 2-2 is low, 3-2. Runner at first retreats. He may have had something going there to second, but instead cautiously retreats back, and now the count run full.
So there he did throw his curveball as a strike and ended up out of the strike zone. Didn't swing at it. If he did have a changeup, it'd be good to throw a changeup here at some point.
Laid off. He struck out 21 times this season, which is tied for second most on the team, and make it number 22, out number 1, and a huge out number 1, especially Ryan, via the strikeout.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a changeup there, and just it didn't really curve a whole lot, but it was a change of speed there, and he's way out in front of it. A big first out. Now we have Casey Summers up here, leads the team in home runs and RBIs.
A powerful bat, 34 runs batted in this season.
Yep.
Hitting .323. Big spot here for the Dutch early. Same could be said for the Cardinals. Newton versus Pella. Opening inning of our Substate semifinal game. Good block by Ramey, keeping the runner at first base and keeping, importantly, Ryan, that double play alive to get out of the inning.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't think they're going to try to throw him out, but they're not not stealing them here. Good job by Quinn back there, blocking the ball.
The 1-0 from Hanson is blocked again, 2-0. And Keegan can afford to be a little careful. You don't want to keep adding runners on base, Ryan, certainly, but you also don't want to groove one in and have it be 3-0.
Yeah, and they've got Eli there, who also is second in the team in strikeouts, batting behind him. So, yeah, you want to be careful here. You do kind of have a pseudo base open
Check
here.
on the runner at first, and a really
balk.
It was a balk. Yeah, Keegan very, very late on the decision, and he's almost lucky that Stewart even got to the ball. It was a lame duck throw, about as soft as you could make it, because I think he made that decision so late, and I agree with the umpire. That's clearly a balk. It's 1-0 Cardinals. He was so crossed up and worried about the runner at first.
Yeah, I was looking out the stats there, so I did not see what happened.
It was not the best effort for Keegan. And now with first base open, you imagine that Keegan will be very careful with the dangerous chance. So Summers on deck is a solid hitter.
So this is kind of mimics a little bit the first game they had against Knoxville. They gave up that first run, maybe a little bit of nerves, and then settled back down and threw great.
Well, the good news for Pella offensively is there's still 21 outs.
Oh, yeah, we're good. This is super
3-1 to Chance. Or excuse me, Summers. Stewart is on deck. I got a little off of my sheet there, but we're back. Eli Stewart is on deck. This is the dangerous Casey Summers, and he'll take ball 4. Not the worst walk, obviously the result of the balk allows the Cardinals to score first. And here's Eli Stewart. And again, halfway through the season, Hanson was dealing and was going a lot of 7-inning games, and Coach Jablonski opted to give him a few extra days, at least off the mound, right before the Pella Christian start. And since then, it's been a little up and down for Keegan, who had a brilliant start to his senior campaign. Obviously, dealt with a ton of injuries. It's 1-0 after that pitch misses. Dealt with a ton of injuries last year, never came into form. This year showed off why Coach Jablonski believed in him so much. But, again, this has been a little more indicative of his recent starts, and hopeful, Ryan, that he can settle it down right now.
Yeah, his curveball, he's starting to get that fine-tune. That was real close to being a strike.
The 1-0 is laced into left field for a hit. The runner is being sent. Relay from Knox will not be in time. It's an RBI single, 2-0 Cardinals. And you have to start to wonder how long the leash is here, because Hanson is fooling nobody. That's 3 hits, Ryan, that they aren't bloopers. Those are all solid line drives and a walk. The strikeout went 7 pitches, and I know Keegan's your guy, but at this point, Ryan, there is no tomorrow, and you have to wonder how soon Pella has to consider a pitching change.
Yeah, I think you're getting down there. You know,
Kale's still just 1 out in the inning.
Kale's batting 224. He just needs to get that second pitch going right now. Right now, they're just sitting on the fastball, and that curveball is pretty much just spinning. It's not going anywhere.
And I'm not trying to insult Keegan here. This is not a slight on him, but if he does not have it tonight, you need to make that decision, Ryan, very early, because in the postseason, there is no saving anybody at this point. And Jason Knox is the only pitcher unavailable for Coach Jablonski tonight, as he got to the 110 pitch count, so he would be available Wednesday if Pella were to advance. But already down in a 2-0 hole. It is 0-2 now to Cale Swartz, who's playing at second base. 3 hits in the inning for the Cardinals, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic, have led to 2 runs for Newton. A balk in between, a walk, and only 1 out.
Yeah, Keegan just needs to nibble here. Don't throw a curveball.
Ground ball hit up the middle. Barehanded. Throw across is in time. Nice play made by Hillman. That was the only option for him over at first to get out number 2, but the runners do advance in a scoring position, and this is a critical batter, Tade Vanderlaan, with runners at second and third. Newton is a base hit away from putting Pella behind 4-0, and Tade Vanderlaan could be that guy.
Cole made a great play there, barehanded. It was pretty risky. I think he would have had time to field it and run through it, but he used just his bare hand through it, and then Stewart made a heck of a play, backhanding it, getting out of the dirt for a big second out.
Swinging a foul tip, 0-1.
Yeah, Keegan's staying with that curveball, and there too, he just barely missed. Right now, I think I would just, again, I don't know if he has a changeup. I mean, he maybe doesn't or doesn't trust it, or just nibble outside. But that curveball right now, they're just sitting on that and crunching that as well.
2-0 Cardinals, top of the first. Pella will have a hole to dig themselves out of in this Substate final. It's a matter of how big it is when we get to the bottom of the first, but Hanson now ahead 0-2.
Yeah, threw two curveballs there and fouled both of them up. We'll see what happens. See if they try to just stay outside.
It's almost as
he's standing very close to the plate.
Newton's giving Pella the taste of medicine the Dutch gave to Leisure sitting on that fastball. There's a ball poked into right field. That is trouble, but will go foul. But they're just sitting dead red, Ryan, and they're ripping it, and Hanson's had no answer so far.
Yeah, right now he's just finding his stuff, and I think kind of like I said, last Friday, Jason, they had a little trouble first inning, and then he just settled down and just coasted after that. And I think that's what they're trying to do is just get out of this first inning, get back in there, get some water, and you'll be fine.
Another 0-2 coming. Keegan Hanson from the windup. Curveball, called strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and Hanson will tiptoe out of more danger. But the 2-run score for Newton on 3 hits. We head to the bottom of the first. Dutch looking for an answer inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
New vehicle inventory at dealerships all over the country is at an all-time low. With that in mind, we've been working hard at Ulrich Ford Lincoln to make sure we have a great selection of certified pre-owned inventory in stock. These cars, trucks, and SUVs run through an exhaustive 172-point inspection to make sure they meet all the standards of a like-new vehicle. And we back it up with a 12-month, 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, as well as a 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, topped off with 24/7 roadside assistance. Come find your next certified pre-owned vehicle at Ulrich Ford Lincoln in Pella, taking care of you since 1935.
You've heard the saying, you get what you pay for. That's true in about everything in life, and it's certainly true when it comes to garage doors. You've heard or seen the big boxes advertise garage doors for just a few $100. And at DeYoung Door Service, their doors are more expensive, but they're also way better. Better insulated, better rollers, better hinges, just plain better doors. Oh, and when you buy from DeYoung's, you got the guru on your side.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
Back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS. Riley Mooshka is the number 3 pitcher in the rotation this season at 4-2. He's gone 23 innings, giving up 10 earned runs, 14 strikeouts, a 3.04 ERA. Pella, though, down 2-0. It'll be the top of the order. Best hitter this season for the Dutch has been Isaiah Kettler. And Kettler had another phenomenal performance Friday. He was not retired against Knoxville the other night. He's hitting .430 on the season with 15 extra base hits, and he's ahead 1-0.
Yeah, I think it's important tonight that Pella's patient. He doesn't have a ton of experience in these situations. Kettler, Friday night, I talked to Coach Jablonski, said that single by Kettler in the first inning just relaxed everybody, and well, hopefully that happens here again tonight. But that was a big job by Kettler to get that single and just relax everybody. That no Leisure does have a chink in his armor, and hopefully do it again tonight.
Kettler, 1-1, righty versus righty matchup. We'll talk about the Newton Cardinal defense in a moment. 1-2 to Kettler. Kilmer in left, Bauer in center, Chance in right, Eli Stewart at third, Casey Summers at short, Cale Swartz at second, Evan Grimm at first base, Drew Thompson catching for Riley Mooshka. A 1-2 pitch is a curveball high, 2-2.
Good job by Kettler. He's looking for the curveball, and it was started up and just stayed up there. So seems to have a good fastball so far, Mooshka does.
Pitch inside, 3-2.
Keller's got a .545 on base average, which is
ridiculous.
Which is pretty good for a freshman playing in a really tough conference, exactly.
A payoff pitch coming is a ground ball chopped back to Mooshka. Routine flip to first, not so routine for a second, but it does bounce into the hands of Grimm for out number 1.
He kind of short-armed it there, and first baseman bailed him out there. It's about a 15-foot throw, and did save him out for a first out there for Pella.
Here's Quinn Ramey. Ramey reached on a critical error Friday against Knoxville with the bases loaded that gave Pella the lead that they never looked back from. It was added to with a wild pitch and a Jason Knox 2-run single later in the inning. Ramey batting second with nobody on. And first pitch strike 0-1.
Yeah, if you're Pella, you don't want Mooshka to get in a groove here. You'd like to at least get somebody on base just to let him know that you're serious.
And a big swing and a miss, and you don't want to make any kind of prediction too early in this game, but Pella's offense this year, Ryan, has been Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in a lot of ways. There's been some really, really big games, and there's been some head scratchers offensively. And you hope that the positive of those come in, and there's a fielding error that will allow Ramey to advance E6.
Yeah, I'm not going to get too worried about anything until after the first time through the lineup here. It's everybody's still feeling each other out. It's early, and good job by Quinn to make solid contact. That's why you want to put it in play.
And they'll benefit from Newton's defensive miscue.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I was looking. There's only been, and I don't know if this is accurate, but only 7 stolen base attempts against their catcher this year, their catchers, which seems unbelievably low. So I'm not sure if
he's that scary of a presence or not, but I suppose we'll find out.
Yeah,
Here's Jason Knox. We do have the runner at first base. And who came in over there? Did you see? 17.
I did not. I was looking to.
And they'll check on the runner at first. That's Landon Beathard's running at first.
Yeah, that sun is tough for both of those guys. Not too of a lead off there by Beathard's.
First pitch to Knox, who's been hitting much better, Ryan, these last 2 weeks. He was really searching for himself throughout the middle of the season, and it seems like at the plate he's really found himself and has arguably had some of the biggest hits for Pella these last couple weeks.
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit, and he's just being patient. Before it's like I can hit that pitch as opposed to I can crunch that pitch. And he wasn't really so much looking for his pitch. It's just if it's close, I'm ripping. And he's being a little more selective, and it's paying off for him.
He's 1-1 against Mooshka. Runner at first base, reaching on the fielding error. It's now Beathard's running for Ramey. Curveball chopped off the plate foul. Now 1-2.
So we'll see here. Mooshka has been able to throw a couple pitches for strikes, whether it's his fastball, curveball, so you got to look.
Got our first
3-1.
Strawberry Cellular instant radio updates. Big start for Indianola, 4-0 over Ankeny after a half inning. Twin Cedars 5, Sigourney 0. 2 home runs by the Sabres, and they're off to a great start against Sigourney. And there's a called strike 3. Fastball hits the outside corner. Knox can't believe it, and he's out number 2.
Now batting, pitcher number 2.
Well, and here's a guy who wants to get on base. Keegan Hanson, the starting pitcher, giving up 2 runs in the first inning.
Yeah,
as a runner at first base and 2 outs.
Keegan's been hitting really well lately. His batting average is .376, and I'm looking for something good out of him.
And he'll ground it right back up the middle, past the diving shortstop for a hit. So back-to-back singles brings in Caleb Stewart.
Good job by Keegan there, hunting for pitches there, and he's asking for a runner. Looks like we're going to have Vandaloon pinch run for him. So Caleb last game on Friday had a huge, almost a home run against Knoxville, and big spot here with 2 people on and 2 outs. Pella gets their first hit with Keegan.
So a pair of courtesy runners on for Caleb Stewart, who with 1 swing to a gap can tie this game. 2 away in the inning, 2-0 Newton. Pella would love to answer with at least 1 after giving up 2 in the top of the first. Stewart, high chopper on the infield. This will be a tough play, barehanded and made at first. What a throw, and what a play by Eli Stewart to end the inning. Pella will leave 2 on base, and we've played 1 inning. It's Newton leading Pella 2-0 inside our Pella Real Estate Services broadcast booth.
Where is everybody? Hello? Is anybody here?
You survived another tax season, and those fly-by-night tax preparers all seem to have disappeared. Your friends at Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel are here for you all year long. Your life is chaotic, crazy, super busy, and you don't just need help during tax season. Let Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel help you every day, all year long. Save time, gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seatstra, Meyer, and Nickel.
Well, what does it say?
My crystal ball tells me fortune favors the brand.
Fortune favors the brand?
That's right, fortune favors the brand.
We have been thinking about refreshing our company's branding and identity, but I have no idea where to even start.
My crystal ball is showing me a name, but that'll be another $35.
Don't leave your brand up to chance. Call Brand Appeal for all your branding, print, web, interactive, and video needs.
Brand Appeal. Jump on the brand wagon.
A slow start here for the Dutch. It's Newton up 2-0 after 1 inning. Cardinals will have their bottom part of the lineup due up. They're 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Jordan Kilmer, Evan Grimm, and Brody Bauer. And hopeful, Ryan, that your wish is going to come true, that Hanson can settle in here. It's been a tough start for the Dutch, but still a lot of time left. It's 0-1.
Yeah, good first pitch fastball there. I think that helps with Keegan getting a base hit there and kind of let him relax a little bit. I think we're going to be good after this. Just like I said, it's early. Everybody's just kind of feeling each other out. Everybody throws their first blows here. And
foul ball, now 0-2. And it's not that Ryan, he's not been getting ahead. He has gotten ahead of a lot of batters. He's just had a lot of two-strike pitches, Ryan, that have caught far too much of the plate.
Yep, exactly. He just needs to either nibble or stay down. But he's missing over the plate on these 0-2 counts. 1-2.
This one's 0-2. And that one's low. 1-2. Curveball trying to get him to chase.
Yep, that's what
coming
you
into
need
the
to
inning. 26 pitches for Hanson.
Yeah, that first little bit there, those are the pitches he's leaving over the plate, and the guys have to swing if it's close, and they're going after it. Big pitch here for Keegan.
The 1-2 is chop foul again. And again, a Newton lineup on paper that is not as deep as they were in the regular season. Missing Williams, their best overall player, hitting .429, but they got 2 runs early. This lower part of the lineup, Kilmer, is not a frequent flyer. He's just 2 of 9 on the season. And he'll take strike 3 called, and now 3 strikeouts for Keegan Hanson, and back-to-back looking. 1 out here in the first.
Yeah, I think he's going to be okay. He's just a little postseason nerves. We're good.
The trick will be for the Pella offense to solve Mooshka on the other side, but in the meantime, it's the number 9 hitter, Evan Grimm. Grimm on the year is 21 of 84, does have 2 home runs, so a fairly dangerous number 9 hitter, hitting .250 on the season. Strike called, 0-1.
Yeah, I feel good. Like I said, second time around for the Pella bats will be when we'll be able to see what's going on. But
wind is, by the way, howling out to right field. Very stiff 15 to 20 mile an hour wind. That would favor any power lefties. Not sure we have any of those in this game specifically, but certainly not what we saw the other night, Ryan, with the wind blowing straight in.
You're correct.
The 1-1 offering. 1-2 on the curveball. Hanson maybe finally starting to settle in. And when I was talking in the first inning about the pitcher possibility of replacing a pitcher, obviously it's a very fine line you want to tote, because obviously you don't want to miss out on this. But in the postseason, Ryan, it's a really tough decision for any coach about how far you go with a certain pitcher. A ground ball hit over to second. Howard up with it, flipped to first in time for out number 2.
Yeah, good job there by Keegan. He nibbled, and Evan just had to kind of put his bat out there, and that's what you're doing. If you're nibbling, you're just making him swing at those bad pitches, and that's what he had to do. Couldn't do anything with it. So it'll be interesting. Brody last time saw a first pitch fastball and laced it to center. See what they start him off here. Maybe an off-speed pitch or something that's not right over the middle.
Yeah, Brody Bauer scored the game's first of 2 runs. Came in actually via the balk after that leadoff double, and he'll crush one. Same spot again to right center field. This time Beathard has a beat on it, though, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. See if the Dutch offense can shake the rust loose here as we head to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Newton leads inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
It's volunteer season. Pella Corporation thanks those who volunteer to make our area a great place to live. It's clear that when you volunteer, you're helping others. On the job, the Pella team creates energy-efficient Pella windows and doors for homes and businesses throughout North America. And once the job is done, many Pella Corporation team members volunteer to make a difference in their communities. Let's hear a cheer for volunteers. For more information on exciting careers at Pella Windows and Doors, visit Pella.com/careers.
Did you know that when you use your Marion County Bank debit card, your purchases can benefit local schools? That's right, you can help the bank make a financial contribution to the local school of your choice. With your checking account and debit card from Marion County Bank, each time you use your card, those transactions add up during the year and we make donations to area schools. It's easy to enroll online, select your school, and there's no cost to you. Marion County Bank's Report Card Program, a great way to make a difference in our schools together. Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
Pella will have their 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up in the bottom of the second inning, trailing Newton 2-0. Inside our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, it's 4-0 Indianola in the first inning over Ankeny in baseball action, live on 94.3 KNIA. Twin Cedars jumps out to a 5-0 lead over Sigourney with a pair of home runs in their regional softball final. You can hear that on FM 106.1 KCII. Find that at kciiradio.com, our sister station, for coverage there. Your Marion County Bank radio scoreboard, where they're serving you and building community across the area with their locations in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher Dallas. As Cole Hillman hit by the pitch on his first pitch, and he's seen quite a few of those this season, Ryan.
Well, no,
and he'll wear one to start the inning.
Friday night he got hit twice, and tonight he got hit first pitch.
A couple times against PC too when we had that game.
He did. And when he wasn't hitting doubles or hitting the fence, he was getting hit by pitches. So
the Hillman family got plenty of ice packs, and they're going to check on Hillman right away in a pickoff move. No pitch to Tate Wiesner, who just missed a home run versus Knoxville, wrapping one just past the foul line. It was the hardest hit ball of the night. See if he can replicate some of that power here.
Yeah, we need Justin.
Pitch low, 1-0.
Justin to bring some ice just to the park.
I think I saw Tyler around last week, so maybe make Tyler do it.
Yeah,
young guy.
Lucas Heilman's here tonight. We got River Baker here tonight. Marcus Whitmer. We got a bunch of alumni here tonight.
And that ball will get away from the catcher, so a good start here for Pella. Hillman's at second base following the wild pitch.
Yeah, you'll take those all the time here, and kind of like the last week at the bottom of the lineup, starting to stir things up here, and hopefully Tater can just put it in play, keep the runner moving.
2-0 to Tate Wiesner, who has a hitter's count.
He could tie it up 2-0 too.
Swinging a foul straight back, 2-1.
He just has to look away, look down. They're not going to throw him anything over the middle, and with the wind blowing out to right, and they're shading him to left, there's a lot of grass out there.
This will be pitch number 19 for Riley Mooshka, the number 3 pitcher in the rotation for the Cardinals. There's a ball hit hard to shortstop. Hillman runs right in front of it and gets away with it. The shortstop was just focused on getting the out at first, so Summers instead just makes the safe play, and Hillman does advance to third. So a fly ball from Anderson Sherm, who was not retired versus Knoxville, could give Pella their first run.
Yeah, Tate hit that on a rope, and usually they tell you if the ball's in front of you, you return. Cole.
It was only on a hop. That's almost a line drive double play.
He's feeling it.
Well, doesn't matter. He's over at third base, and it's 0-1. Sherm will check back to Coach Jablonski, and in this case, Ryan, it's a hit first, if not a fly ball to the outfield. Try and get that run home.
Yeah, the defense is playing relatively deep. And
infield is playing in on the corners, though, expecting maybe a bunt. Oh, a curveball, and Sherm slaps himself in frustration as that just poured right over the center of the plate at about 40 miles an hour, 0-2.
Yeah, if you can hit a little duck snort over the first baseman's head here, it'll make it 2-1.
Anderson Sherm has come on as of late. Also one of that talented freshman
class.
That's a score. Ground one, left side through, and that's a hit. And Anderson Sherm puts Pella on the board. It's 2-1 Cardinals.
Great job by Sherm. They threw him a curveball, and fortunately the third baseman was still in for whatever reason, and just fisted it right through there, single, and 2-1, and Anderson stays hot, and Coach Jablonski's pulling the right card there by having him, who hadn't been hitting much as far as the beginning of the year. He's taking a huge lead over there at first.
Well, and he's a part of a freshman class. I know that there's a lot said about what the present is for Pella, right? They've got a great opportunity ahead of them to be one of the final 8 teams in Iowa City, but this freshman class, Ryan, may put Pella to some heights they haven't been at since middle of last decade. There's a lot of talent there. It's a really exciting bunch to watch. There's a ball that gets away from the catcher, Thompson, and advancing is Sherm. There's a lot of talent there, right? You got Vandaloon as a potential ace pitcher. You got obviously Kettler's having a phenomenal season. Sherm, who's really come on as of late. Guys like Kalman who run. There's a ton of talent in that freshman class for the Dutch, and they're starting to contribute now, which is exciting.
Yeah, and there'll be leaders for several years, obviously.
And a pickoff, a rare one to second, and a dangerous one by Mooshka. Sliding back in time with Sherm.
Well, and I know for a fact Pella's very aware of the hidden ball trick, so everybody has noticed so far. They've stayed on base for an extra few seconds because they do not want to be deked out here.
Howard takes one low and outside, 2-0 on deck. It's the top of the Dutch order looming. This is a big out for Newton to answer. They have a 2-1 lead, bottom of the second. Pella on the board after the Anderson Sherm RBI single. 2 wild pitches in the inning have contributed. There's a ball laced right up the middle, Sherm, throw will go to third, and he is gunned out there. And he made the exact same mistake that Hillman made, and this time Pella pays for it. Sherm thrown out on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, you hate to see that this far into the season. It's postseason and 2 base running errors back-to-back. One
got away.
One didn't hurt us and one did. So fielder's choice. Still got a runner on first, top of the order up with Kettler up to bat.
And it's not a bad thing, Ryan, to necessarily maybe force the throw a little bit there, but Sherm needed to retreat and live to see another pitch.
Well, and the shortstop did short arm it. Is a little worried about it and was kind of aiming it, and it was not the greatest throw, but it was just no.
He had all time. He had all day.
Yeah, Anderson had no chance of.
Well, here's Kettler, who's 0 for 1, which means, Ryan, he's due. Based on the season he's had, he's been on base every other at bat this season.
Yeah, he'll probably get on here. So it'll be interesting to see what they try to do if they try to steal. His delivery to home is not fast.
There have been a lot of pickoff attempts here.
Yeah.
Decent lead for Howard, who's got pretty good speed at first base. Off speed will get away, and Howard is off. He'll slide into second, and he'll take second base.
But he has also thrown 3 wild pitches already this game, too, so let's stay there and wait for that. Big 2-0 count here with Kettler. So really that base running error didn't hurt anybody, and I'm sure his teammates will pick Anderson up there, but here Kettler can tie the game up with a base hit. Again, the defense is playing, outfield is playing pretty deep.
Runner in scoring position here for Pella.
Oh,
their best hitter, and he's hit. Second hit batter of the inning. And here's Quinn Ramey.
So Sadell is up 1-0 in the third against Grinnell.
So it's Sadell that is playing Grinnell. I misspoke earlier. It was supposedly Bondurant, but it's Sadell. And that's an interesting game because Pella neither team played their best pitcher.
Can I push that button for the score?
Come on, I want to. Strawberry Southern, their instant radio update. Sadell and Pella had a late lead over them in 4 2/3 inning in a rainout game where neither team threw any of their best pitchers. So that would be an intriguing matchup to go to state, and that would happen here if Sadell were to pull off the upset and the Dutch come back. There's a ground ball up the middle, off the pitcher, Mooshka. Only plays to first, and everybody's safe.
Oh.
And staying at third is Howard, and the bases are loaded.
So, Ramey, first pitch hunting there, hit up the middle pitcher, kind of unorthodox, kind of reached for it, bounced it off. The second baseman was going to get up the middle. He had to retreat and try to make a throw himself. And bases loaded, 2 outs with the guy that you went up to bat, nobody up. Kettler maybe could have scored there, maybe if it would have continued running with 2 outs. Probably could have kept running, but held on there. So
here's a Vision for Less timeout. If poor visibility is causing you problems, you're improving lives by helping people see better. Take a timeout, visit Vision for Less in Pella to get back in the game. And obviously a tough spot here for Newton, and Jason Knox has a chance to give Pella their first lead of the game. Bottom of the second, bases loaded. This is the guy the Dutch wanted up in the preseason, and he's obviously hitting better well as of late. Did strike out looking on 4 pitches back in the first. He wants a better crack at it here in the second time through. Pella has bases loaded in the bottom of the second. Down 2-1. This is Substate baseball action. Do have another couple Strawberry Southern, other instant radio updates. It's Twin Cedars 5, Sigourney 2 after 2 innings. First pitch to Knox misses 1-0. Ankeny gets 3 of the 4 runs back to end the first inning, so a wild scoring game in Class 4A. Indianola leads Ankeny 4-3. Our score here is 2-1. And that pitch is low, 2-0, and now a hitter's count for Jason Knox.
Yeah, and I don't know if they were watching the game or the tape or whatever, but Knox the other night had 2 situations like this where he hit it by the second baseman, and they've moved.
Him.
Yeah, right there. They're leaving it huge up the middle.
There's a ball fouled. Just missing it was Knox, 2-1.
Yeah, he threw him a 2-0 curveball, and Knox was way out in front of it and fouled off the end of the bat. So at least he's swinging hard. That's what you want with no strikes on you. Swing hard.
Now 2-1 to Jason Knox. Bases full of Dutch. 2-1 pitch is grounded over to shortstop. Throw across the diamond is in time to retire the side. Summers makes the play. The Dutch will leave the bases loaded. 5 Pella batters have been left on base after 2 innings. We head to the top of the third. Newton 2, Pella 1 inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
As Pella Community Schools is preparing everyone to learn, lead, and achieve, middle school special education teacher Kelsey Parton works with teachers so that her students can access the general curriculum at a level that works for them.
Some of them just need extra visuals, some of them need fill in the blank, some of them need sentence starters. So we constantly are working with the gen ed teachers to be able to make sure that their needs are met in any form that they need.
Preparing everyone to learn, lead, and achieve. Pella Community Schools. Pella.
Have you heard what's happening at the cottages? Hi, this is Ann with Hearthstone here in Pella, and we're opening a brand new addition at the cottages, which translates to job opportunities for you. We have a variety of positions available for nurses, CNAs, cooks, and housekeeping team members. You'll have a voice at the table and the opportunity to use your gifts and experiences to make the cottages even better. Call me today at the cottages or stop by and see me. We'd love to welcome you to the job you've been looking for.
Live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, Keegan Hanson, after throwing 26 pitches in the first inning, giving up 2 runs, mowed down the Cardinals 1-2-3 in the second with just 10 pitches. Drew Thompson, Braden Chance, and Casey Summers, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for the Cardinals. This is a Little Hawkeye Conference rematch. 4th time these teams played. It's been the road team all 3 times this season that has won the matchup. Pella won the season series 2-1, and that's our score on the board in favor of Newton as they've got their middle of the order due up in this inning.
Yeah, Drew hit a first pitch curveball for a hit last time, and this time it's
1-1.
2 nibblers, 1 was for a ball, 1 for a strike, and 1-1 count.
So our Marion County scoreboard showing a lot of runs to be scored as we maybe anticipated, going a little bit deeper in these pitching rotations. Strike on the inside corner, 1-2 with a fastball. Twin Cedars 5, Sigourney 2 after 2 in softball. Winner heads to Fort Dodge. Indianola 4, Ankeny 3. The winner will take on Urbandale, I believe, at the top of that bracket. And then Newton 2, Pella 1. Our score here. And a swing and a miss, 3 straight strikes. And Hanson gets his 4th strikeout, and now the senior's really settling in.
Well, Andrew, what we were kind of talking about early on, he's getting in that groove, but what he's doing now is when he gets ahead, if you notice that pitch was outside, and they set up outside, and it was even more outside, they just stuck their butt out and kind of reached for it and missed it for strike 3.
Curveball, strike.
Yeah.
Here's Braden Chance, who struck out swinging. He was the first of 4 Ks of the night so far for Hanson.
So everything's away right now, and I think he, like I said, he learned. He's just trying to get stuff going, and that sometimes happens. Good pitchers, you got to get it to them early, and that's what Newton did. They got those 2 runs off of him, and
I guess
settling in.
I don't know if it's a mixed bag of news. Pella has had a ton of base runners on, but they have stranded 5 through 2. They need to get it, obviously, without sounding too obvious, Mr. Obvious here, but do need to get some more of those home if they are to keep their season going now 1-2.
So now, right now, he's working in, out, and right now those Newton batters are really close to the plate, and 2 strikes in a row where they've just been busting them inside, and Keegan's hitting a spot. It was an awesome job.
A 1-2 from the windup, Keegan Hanson. Curveball, strikeout number 5, back-to-back Ks to start the 3rd inning for Keegan Hanson.
Yeah, he's got him guessing right now. He's hitting all of his spots, and there's a reason he's pitching in college, is if he can do this, he's going to be lethal.
And Hanson will lead off the bottom of the 3rd inning in the middle of the Dutch order due up. You don't want to hang on 2-1 too long, Ryan, obviously, especially now with Hanson dealing. You want to give him more confidence and get him a lead. Diving stop made by Howard. Nice play to end the inning. And 6 in a row set down by Keegan Hanson. Make it 8 in a row dating back to the 1st inning. His 2nd consecutive 1-2-3 inning. Dutch bats will have the middle of the order when we come back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth to the bottom of the 3rd.
Stop waiting for glasses. At Vision for Less, we have a lens lab in every store and can make glasses in as little as 30 minutes. That's right. Buy today, wear today. 2 pairs of single vision glasses start at just $38.71 and 2 pairs of progressives just $76.92. Choose from more than 2,000 frames, including designer brands. For the best value in eyewear and same-day glasses, come to Vision for Less. Right glasses, right price, right now. For locations, visit visionforless.com.
Community First Credit Union will be your first stop when you hear about our car and recreational vehicle loan special. Move your vehicle to C First and get up to 2% off your current rate and no payments for 90 days. Make the switch and get an easy application process, great lenders, and a rate discount. And you can use your savings towards your next trip. Stop in and learn more or apply at c1stcu.com today. Subject to credit approval and program qualifications, federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal. Ryan, Pella needs to find these runs and get them home. They've gotten plenty on base for the first 2 times through the lineup. What are the things you're seeing from the Dutch offense that they can do better this second time through and really capitalize? Because it feels like opportunity awaits them right now.
Yeah, there's no doubt they can hit this guy.
Hanson will ground it over to short. Busy Summers will throw across the diamond and make the play out number 1.
They just need to be really selective on those first pitches. We have a good player on our traveling team, Laurel Roseboom, that does a great job of, anybody you can hit that pitch, but when you get it, do something with it. Just don't swing at it because you can hit it. And that's what they got to do right now is they really got to be selective on their hitting because this guy's not going to blow anybody out. You just got to wait for your pitch and hit it.
What a spontaneous name drop there, Ryan.
She does a great job. She does a great job.
Can't imagine where you got that from. 1-0 to Caleb Stewart, who grounded out to third in the first inning. That's your creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal. For branding, print, web, video, interactive, call Brand Appeal and jump on the brand wagon.
No, they do need to, when they wait for your pitch, because you're not going to, even if you're down in 2 strikes.
He's not going to blow you away.
No, he's not. So just.
Now 2-0.
Just be selective, and when you do get it.
And a groan coming from the Cardinals fans. As Stewart now ahead, righty versus righty. Mooshka doesn't have a ton of innings this season. Ground ball to short, and Summers has been a vacuum cleaner over there, and he's made it look easy. Another 6-3 putout. That's his 4th of the game after that opening error in the first inning.
Yeah, and they're little 2-hoppers. We got to adjust whether that's getting up in the box. You got to do something here, and we'll see. Cole should be able to do something here.
He was hit by a pitch, and he's scored the only Dutch run so far. No official at bat. He'll take a first pitch low, 1-0. Hillman has been seeing the ball very well as of late and really seems to be coming into his own at the end of his senior campaign. He's had a lot of extra base hits, had 3 doubles. There's a ball smoked into left center field. Playable for Kilmer, and he'll make the catch to end the inning. Just a 6-pitch inning as we head to the top of the 4th. We've played 3 inside our Pella Real Estate Services broadcast booth. Newton 2, Pella 1 on KRLS.
At Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, our wound care team is dedicated to providing specialized outpatient wound care treatment close to home. Hi, I'm Lori Mallory, wound care nurse at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics. Our team provides specialized treatment for a variety of wounds, including chronic and acute wounds, diabetic foot wounds, surgical wound complications, ostomy issues, and much more. Call 641-842-7211 to schedule your appointment with the wound care professionals at the Knoxville Hospital and Clinic.
The demand around the world for a local presence, optimal delivery times, and a quality product keeps the employees at Precision Pulley & Eidler moving. That's why customers from around the world trust their name in Precision Pulley & Eidler because of their dedication to getting the job done the right way. The employees at PPI are also proud to support the local baseball and softball teams that are also constantly moving and improving each day. Precision Pulley & Eidler. We keep it moving.
After a slower first inning to this game, things really moving along as we head to the 4th inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. As just 19 pitches from Keegan Hanson the last couple of innings. And a 6-pitch inning for Pella on offense bring us to the 4th. It's Eli Stewart, Cale Swartz, and Tate Vanderlaan, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for the Cardinals with a 2-1 lead over the Dutch. Wind still howling out to right center field. Ground ball back to Keegan. 1 pitch. 1 out. So all of a sudden, Ryan, it's like we got a bunch of kids with a date afterwards because it's a lot of early count
it's prom night.
Swings.
Yeah, it's both teams are helping each other out. They're not seeing much and just going after swinging the first pitch. And I can understand Newton a little bit being defensive and going after if they see a pitch to might they only get one to get it, but no, they're They're helping him out.
Swartz grounded out to Hillman back in the first.
And that curveball's looking a lot sharper for Keegan too, and they're not able to do much with it.
9 set in a row down. So ever since the first 2 runs of the game scored in the first 5 batters, it's been nothing but silence this turn through the lineup from Keegan Hanson and the Dutch defense to the Cardinals. 1-1 to Swartz.
Yeah, top of 4 already. It's kind of flying by here.
Again, all hands on deck. Wednesday is the Substate final. Ground ball deep on the hole, throw across by Knox, and a nice throw at that to get out number 2, and really defense taking over. Almost good news though for Newton. Pella's offense has been running into a similar problem, but at least, Ryan, problems have been solved here in the top half of the innings.
Yeah, it's so fun to watch him out there. He's so athletic, Jason Knox is, and for him to do what he did there, a lot of the people couldn't even get to that ball, and he ranges. Then he's got such a strong arm, lasered it across for a big second out.
Vanderlaan
Wait for it.
Test Knox again. Throw across the diamond in plenty of time. A 5-pitch inning, and now 11 in a row set down by Keegan Hanson. We head to the bottom of the 4th, halfway home. Dutch need some runs inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, down 2-1 to the Cardinals.
As spring sports season shifts to high gear, have Raceway Tire and Exhaust team you up with a set of Firestone tires. Check out the Firestone Destination line of tires. Whether you drive a truck or SUV, there's a Firestone Destination tire just right for you. And Raceway Tire and Exhaust is your complete auto care center from bumper to bumper. No matter what your vehicle needs, take it to Raceway Tire and Exhaust.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust. We got what you need to get you on the go.
At Lely, we continue to provide the latest innovations for the dairy industry. Our robotic milking systems put more milk in the tank with less effort. Our robotic feeding systems provide optimal feed efficiency for a healthy and productive herd. And we have a line of innovative barn products that create an animal-friendly environment focused on the cow's well-being and comfort. Lely, a worldwide pioneer in dairy farm automation, with our North American headquarters right here in Pella, is proud to be a part of the community.
As we look at our mid-game adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service, Ryan, without making hyperbole, you have plenty of outs to score, but the pressure only mounts as you get later and later into the game. Pella with a deficit. The sooner they can score that second run, Ryan, the better, especially with the way their defense is going, and now Hanson finally locked in. Wiesner will swing at the first pitch, 0-1.
Yeah, as long as you the longer you leave Newton and let them hang in here, the longer it gets a little more dangerous. But I would like them to make some sort of adjustment as far as either getting the closer plate up, but they're not just barreling anything up right now. Everything's on the end of the bat, and the weak grounders are short.
And this is a huge change of pace. I mean, Leisure's throwing from Knoxville, upper 80s, low 90s, and Mooshka is doing a nice job of finding the strike zone, but he's clearly not touching that on the gun, and Pella's bats have not matched that speed just yet. And a pitch that bounces in.
Yeah, and right now he can't quite get that curveball over for strike, so you can sit on that. But they just need to let it get deep, try to go opposite field with it, because right now they're just way, way early on everything and hitting on the end of the bat.
Your mid-game adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. Next pitch to Wiesner, now is outside, 3-1 on deck. It's Anderson Sherm. One of the quickest ways to adjust the look of your home is a new garage door from the gurus of garage doors and DeYoung Door Service in Pella. Leadoff base runner is Tate Wiesner, and he'll take ball four outside. So a leadoff walk, and that'll also work just fine. The tying run is on for the Dutch in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, I don't know who Newton has in the bullpen there. It looks like maybe Vanderlaan or Summers, but I don't know how long they're going to stay with him here. Maybe they don't have a choice. Look for a bunt here.
Again, they don't have a super deep rotation on paper anyway in terms of number of guys who've made appearances this year, period, and let alone their top pitcher, Williams, out for the postseason. So there's not a whole lot of arsenal that Newton has to go to. This might be the inning for the Dutch. Showing bunt with Sherm, and he'll take a ball 1-0.
Yeah, that was good pull back there by Anderson. That was really close.
Not been retired in the postseason thus far. He's got 3 hits and 3 at-bats, and he's been on base twice via the hit by pitch. And he'll bunt one beautifully. Right back to the pitcher. Mooshka's only play is to first, and it drops
it. Wow.
E1, or E3, I suppose. That was right in his glove.
Yeah.
It's a throwing or fielding error.
The power of Anderson Sherm.
So the sacrifice, E3, And now the Dutch are really cooking with gas here, Ryan. The top of the order is looming, and they've got 2 runners on. You know Howard will be tasked to bunt because the best bats for Pella are waiting on deck.
Yeah, not to make an excuse for Grimm there, but it is tough. That sun is, I've battled it for 4 years.
It wasn't a great throw. It was really lollipopped
all
over
their throws have all been nothing on them, and two times it was working. That time it didn't.
Howard bunts it foul, 0-1.
Not a confident bunt attempt there, Jack. He's got to be firm there, bunting out in front.
Twin Cedars 5, Sigourney 2, regional softball finals after 3. Sabres are just 4 innings away from a trip to Fort Dodge. The 0-1 to Jack Howard. And he'll miss at the bunt attempt, 0-2. And it's just kind of strange that he's so uncomfortable. He's often called the bunt, Ryan. He has 2 sacrifices on the season, but Howard's quite the savvy veteran, but he has not looked comfortable here.
No, both bunt attempts were
less than ideal. We'll leave it at that.
He was
the 0-2. And the nice thing is, Ryan, at 0-2, he still has a chance here to battle back.
Yeah, like we mentioned, he's not going to blow anybody away. There's not a huge difference in speed from his off speed to his fastball here. Jack's had some awesome at-bats and barreled up a ton of pitches here, so hopefully he can get one over the shortstop's head and score 1 at least.
2-2. So here's the nice part is Howard is a veteran, and so he's going to work the count here. And
yeah, it can't be too picky, though. That was really, really close.
2-2 offering to the number 9 hitter, top of the Dutch order looming, runners at first and second.
There it is.
That's
That's
the right center field, and that'll drop for a hit. Waving around and taking the turn is Wiesner.
He's gonna be
the throw comes home. It's an RBI single, and the Dutch tie it up. Jack Howard, 2-2 Pella and Newton.
Way to go, Jack. Maybe Jack just wanted to swing the bat. Jack's like, I don't want to bunt. I can hit these guys in.
And now, all of a sudden, Ryan, the complexion of this game completely changes. The Dutch have their number 2 pitcher on the season on the mound. He's locked in with a ton of pitches to go,
and the best
bats are coming up.
Yeah. They just need to keep it moving. It'll be interesting. I doubt they'll bunt him here, but who knows?
Kettler's got the speed to reach with that, but he's obviously got RBI power. You want that lead now, even though with nobody out. See how they play it. He'll show bunt, pull back, 1-0. And Kettler, you trust him, Ryan, to handle the bat so well that maybe you show bunt and still don't do it, and maybe force some miscommunication between pitcher and catcher.
Yeah, right now their outfield is really, really deep, and the first baseman's crashing. Last time he hit a run all the way back, and I think that's one thing why he dropped his.
Showing bunt again. That ball dives outside, 2-0. And now a hitter's count for Kettler. And again, Coach Jablonski, I think everything is possible with his top player at the plate this season. And runners on base. Still nobody out for the Dutch. He'll show bunt again, and he'll pull back again, 3-0. And
those are not missing by much. 3-0, obviously you're not swinging here, not doing anything here. And
Kettler, we'll see how far that bat leaves his shoulder. He'll show bunt at least, I think, just to put the pressure on and pull back and take a strike, 3-1. Nothing harmed there. And that was not going to be a pitch he could do much with on the bunt anyway, if that was still the call.
No, they must be going to be staying with this guy no matter what here with Mooshka. There's nobody up in the pen.
3-1, Kettler takes it just inside, ball 4. And here's the thing, Ryan, if you're in a groove like Keegan is and pitchers are human, that pitch is maybe a strike. But right now there's been a lot of missed pitches, and you don't get the benefit of the doubt, Ryan, when you've been missing so much as of late. And now we get another vision for less timeout, and this is really Newton's backs against the wall. They've played all the cards, I think, in their hand to this point, and this is Pella's chance to take the game back.
Yeah, and something to kind of think about. I don't necessarily think it's going to happen, but Quinn Ramey has like 30 sacrifice bunts this year.
Anything's in play.
Yeah, and I know he just threw 4 out of 5 pitches for balls, but he's going to try to throw a strike here first pitch. Suicide squeeze maybe here if you're.
You got good speed at third.
Riverboat Jesse here. See if he wants to go with a bunt here. If he does try to.
The only bad thing would be a double play here, right? You get the touch at home and the throw to first. Not that Ramey is slow. He's a pretty good runner for a catcher, but that's the only risk you run is if it doesn't get far enough out, the catcher steps on home, throws to first, and all of a sudden there's no runs scored and there's 2 outs.
Yeah, Quinn hasn't elevated a ton of balls here. He's been hitting a lot of grounders, so I don't know if what happens here, but we'll see. He hasn't been exactly throwing a ton of strikes. Mooshka hasn't.
So on the other side of a vision for less timeout, Pella bases loaded, nobody out.
They don't have the infield. The corner's in.
Bottom of the 4th. Ramey swinging away 0-1.
Yeah, that's not a great swing there with 0-0 count there. You want to, if you're going to swing hard. And I don't know if you got fooled on it or what there, but if you're swinging, you want to go.
We'll get time here as Keegan Hanson retrieving the foul ball. A lot at play here, and this could be the turning point in this game.
Yeah, they're double play depth, and except for the corners.
There's a pitch high, 1-1. And it's nothing wrong that Newton's doing. I just noticed this, the flashing of sunglasses over there. It was unintentional, but that distracted me. I don't know if that caught Ramey or not at shortstop, Summers. And he's hit by the pitch. And that'll drive in the go-ahead run for the Dutch.
They're gonna. Oh, no, they're just getting the ball. I thought they might come out and complain a little bit. Quinn was fooled by that as a curveball, and he was getting ready to launch on it, and it did hit him in the elbow. And a big third run, and still no outs here with Knox to redeem himself with the bases loaded last time.
Did so with 2 outs, grounded out to shortstop. And now Pella has a chance to add and bust this game open in the 4th. Still nobody out, bases full of Dutch. It's Jason Knox, the senior. So righty versus righty, here's Mooshka. Next pitch is a swing and a foul tip. Caught by the catcher, 0-1. As you're listening to Pella High Baseball, powered by Bank Iowa on KRLS FM 92.1 Pella Knoxville and KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Also on Pella Dutch Live, a foul ball poked out, 0-2.
So 2 kind of defensive swings there by Jason, and down 0-2 in the count here. They're conceding the run. If he can just put it in play, it's going to be 4-2. Last time he got caught looking. He is shortening it up here at the 2.
And the catcher, Thompson, sitting way outside. He hits the spot, but it's ball 1. So Drew Thompson set out over. He was about 2 feet up the first base line, it looked like. He wanted that pitch definitely outside at 0-2. Now 1-2. Bases loaded. Pella has a 3-2 lead. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Bottom of the 4th. Looking to add now to their first advantage. And that pitch just misses. A tough take, and Knox is able to lay off 2-2.
Yeah, both of those. I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to do as a pitcher. He's missing away if he's going to miss. Both of them were, catcher had to reach across his body. 2-2 count here.
Here's Riley Mooshka from the stretch. There's a ball hit into shallow center field.
This will be close. Should be deep enough.
And actually the wind kind of carries it. Runners are tagging. Throw will get cut off at the pitcher's mound. It's a sac fly, RBI.
Good job, Jason. Heck of a job, buddy.
4-2 Dutch.
Great job there. 2 strikes. Jason got enough of it, and then the wind did the rest. And big 4th run there. Still with 1 out. And a good job there by Kettler to get over to 3rd.
And now Hanson can do the same and make it 5-2.
And we do have somebody up in the bullpen for Newton.
So activity down the line.
I'll see if Rich can see who's down there. So we'll see. We'll see if they try to steal here, get them over to 2nd.
A lot of play still an option here for the Dutch, who at Ryan at this point with a runner at 3rd and still 1 out. I mean, 3 runs is good. They've done a part of the job, but it feels like they want at least 1 more here.
Yeah, a little deja vu all over again here with Keegan with the situation on Friday. Hit in a couple double plays. It'll be interesting to see if they try to move the runner.
The 1-0 takes a generous strike call, 1-1.
I know last week we talked about it a little bit in the first inning if they're going to send him. They did try to send him. I found out later that they just missed the signal there. So Coach Jablonski was trying to send him.
The runner at first base is Bethards, running for Ramey. And that ball is low, 2-1. Pella has runners on the corners. They've scored 3 times in the 4th inning. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic at Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
And are looking for more here, still with just 1 out. Big insurance looms at 3rd. There's a swing and a foul just off a nubber off the end of the bat that got past Coach Foster in the first base coaching box. Dutch are fortunate that it wasn't a little more playable, but regardless, it's strike 2. 2-2 to Hanson. He's got runners on the corners. Bethards at first. At 3rd, it's Isaiah Kettler.
Same thing here. If they're going to be look away there. Keegan, look down and look away.
That's where the setup is here from Thompson. A 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. Out number 2.
Yeah, kind of a large swing there by Keegan with 2 strikes. I'm
not sure what he was looking for there with that kind of swing on 2 strikes, but so it goes.
So we got Caleb here who had a big hit Friday. See if he can put it in play here and get us a big 5th run.
0 for 2 is Stewart tonight. Four to 2 Dutch. Runners on the corners. First pitch strike, 0-1.
Good job by Mooshka there. He's kind of on the ropes a little bit, and he's battled back against the heart of the order here with the two big outs here. See if Caleb can barrel one up.
And considering the situation, 3-run inning is, you always take a 3-run inning, Ryan, but feels like Mooshka's done a nice job of battling back, and Pella could have more than the 3 they have, considering bases loaded, nobody out.
More than happy to take that crooked number.
I think Newton would be happy just to get out of here with 3 runs given up. Now 2-1 to Stewart. There's been no advancement, or at least looks of advancement at first.
Yeah, probably won't do it now as much there. It looks like, I don't know, I still can't see who that is coming in there, 30 or 20.
We'll find out, I think, next inning, or if Pella is able to keep it going here. 3-1 on deck. It's Cole Hillman, who is maybe Pella's hottest hitter in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, he's had some great at-bats, and we would not mind to see him coming up with the bases loaded.
2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Pella 4, Newton 2. Substate baseball action on KRLS. There's a pop-up.
That'll be trouble.
And this is trouble over in the right side.
Okay.
But the right fielder makes the long run chance to make the catch to retire the side. Pella does take the lead. They score 3 times in the inning, including 1 costly Newton error. We head to the top of the 5th. Pella 4, Newton 2 inside our Pella Real Estate Services broadcast booth.
Pella Regional Health Center has been named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the entire country for overall quality for the 2nd year in a row. The rankings were recently announced by the National Rural Health Association, and being part of this prestigious group of 20 critical access hospitals is a testament to the hard work and dedication of our providers and staff. We'd like to say thank you to them for working diligently and living out our mission to provide high-quality care with Christian compassion for all our patients.
There's a place in downtown Pella that takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam. A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and Dutch architecture providing a classic old-world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengraat. The Molengraat is home to some of Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
Left fielder number 23.
Let's go inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber. Pella has scored 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 Newton errors. The Cardinals have scored twice on 3 hits, both those runs coming in the first inning. 51 pitches through 4 innings for Keegan Hanson. Number 52 is a swinging strike. He set down 11 in a row. 74 pitches now for Riley Mooshka, who gave up 3 of his 4 runs in that 4th inning. Inside the numbers delivered by Pella Fiber. When it comes to your broadband connection, numbers matter. With Pella Fiber, everybody gets a gig. $75 a month. Learn more at PellaFiber.com. That curveball went behind, and dodging out of the way was Kilmer, I think, just on instinct. If not, if he stays there, Ryan, he's over at first base. It's 1-1.
Yeah, that was out of self-defense. I was just going to say, though, it's that time of the night where the shadows start coming across, and it gets to be kind of hard to see that ball. But he did a good job of getting out of the way.
A 1-1 offering from Hanson. 2-1. Come across our scores here, and there's all sorts of stuff going on. It's Indianola 7, Ankeny 4 after 2 innings, and a Strauver Cellular Instant Radio update on the baseball diamond and that Substate semifinal. There's a C-right call, 2-2. And it is Twin Cedars leading Sigourney 5-2 after 4. The Sabres from Bussey are now 3 innings away from a date in Fort Dodge next Monday. The 2-2 from Hanson is a ball smoked into center field. Playable for Kettler, who's loops around on it for out number 1.
Yeah, that worried me a little bit. He came running in, and the wind's blowing out, and then he had to
and that was a problem last inning for Newton, too.
Yeah, retreat and catch it over his head, and that was almost going to be a double there. But good job by Kettler, and just make sure you stay behind that ball, and that was a good big first out there.
That's now 12 in a row set down by Keegan Hanson and the Dutch defense. Considering how things started, it was borderline whether or not Hanson was going to get out of that first inning, and now he's really settled in.
Yeah, I thought he would.
1-0 is grounded hard to Knox. Good backhand stab. Throw across the diamond, and Knox makes the hard look easy there, 5-3. A baker's dozen down in a row for the Cardinals, and the Dutch a 4-2 lead, 2 outs, top of the 5th.
He's so fun to watch. If I would have fielded the ball that far away, I had to do about 3 crow hops to get over to first base. He's got such a good arm and just stayed back on it and had an awesome throw there.
Well, and
2 big outs there.
And for Pella, the way Hanson's dealing, you start, at least we can start thinking about what Wednesday night looks like. The good news for Pella is Knox will be ready and rear to go as the ace of this staff if the Dutch can hold on here for the final 7 outs. The 0-1 is a ground ball, weakly hit to first. Flip up from Hanson. He'll reach over and make the catch. Will Stewart to retire the side. That is the 4th consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Keegan Hanson. The Dutch looking for more insurance in the bottom of the 5th inning inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, Pella 4, Newton 2.
When it's time to move, not everyone is ready to buy a new home. Sometimes renting is the right answer first. At Pella Real Estate Services, we manage nearly 250 homes, condos, duplexes, and apartment rental units with professionally maintained, clean, and lease-ready options that protect the interests of both renters and owners. Check out PellaRentals.com or call 628-1-BUY for me, Brett Staten, or any member of our growing team at Pella Real Estate Services.
At Pella Motors, we won't be beat on price, period. So if you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, and saving big money makes you happy, Pella Motors will not be beat on price, period.
Strauver Cellular Instant Radio Update. They're in the 6th inning in Grinnell. Sadell won. Grinnell won. The winner of that game takes on the winner of this game right now to be determined in the land of the Tigers. And for Pella, they are 6 outs away, Ryan, from advancing to the Substate final for the first time since 2016. They won their first postseason game on Friday, and they're now just 6 outs away from a go-to-state game on Wednesday night. And if Sadell were to pull off the upset over Grinnell, that game would be right here.
Yeah, it'd be a busy night in Pella High Field here. 3 nights and 3 games.
The 0-1 is low, 1-1. If Grinnell were to walk it off against Sadell, or win it, I suppose, if they score in the 6th inning and hold on, we'll have that coverage if Pella were to advance regardless on 92.1 KRLS coverage at 6:30. From either Pella High School or Grinnell. Still got some time left here, though, as Hillman continues his hot hitting as he smokes one into left field for a leadoff single.
Happy for Cole there. He's having a great end of his career here as a Pella Dutchman, and happy for that kid. He's put in a ton of time on these field watching his older brothers, and to see him go out like this, it's pretty awesome.
He's finally put it together. He's had flashes throughout his career and has had some tough moments and a lot of strikeouts and a lot of frustration at the plate. And these last 2 weeks, he's been sensational and really, really has added a ton of depth, Ryan, to this lineup. And I think it's given confidence, Ryan, to some of these guys like Tate and Anderson in the bottom saying, hey, we can do it down here too.
Well, and just on the defensive side too, to have him there, and it's with his IQ so high, it's awesome. It looks like we're going to bunt here, Tater.
And he will, and a good read by Newton.
Nobody's at third. Go!
Yeah, the left fielder does come in and cover it at third. The sacrifice is good for Wiesner. It was a good read there, though, by either the dugout or Stewart. Stewart came charging down before the pitch was thrown.
His hat flew off. He saw the same thing. And there's the third baseman was
makes you wonder, though, if he would have been staying there back at third, that probably runners at first and second. That's where I think Tate tried to pull the wool.
Nonetheless, a great bunt there by Tate to get down.
Sherm has still not been retired in the postseason. He reached trying to sacrifice, and a dropped ball over at first, so no official at bat where he's been recorded out yet. Does have the sacrifice bunt, and he's walked a couple times against Knoxville. 0-1 to Sherm. And he will smoke one left side, and that's a hit. And
go!
And the left fielder overruns the ball, and that's a run for the Dutch. Sherm will retreat to first. Scoring is Hillman. A costly miscue in left field. E7, and the Dutch take a 5-2 lead.
Yeah, Anderson did his sing-I single through between short and third again, and the left fielder came running through the ball for whatever reason. They had held both runners and ran through it and missed it, and Cole scores for a big 5th run, 1 out, and Anderson on first base, whose on-base percentage so far this postseason is 1,000.
And this will be the end of the night for Riley Mooshka. That time, maybe no fault to his own. We'll get a new pitcher when we come back here at Pella High School. Pella 5, Newton 2, inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
The Pella Fairway's the place to be for great deals like these. USDA Choice bone-in cowboy cut ribeyes are $9.99 a pound. 28 to 32 ounce bottles of Gatorade are 10 for $10 when you buy 10. 16 count Kraft American Singles, buy one get one free. Washington red cherries are only $2.99 a pound, and Van Camp pork and beans are just 94 cents. Fresh, fast, affordable, Fairway.
If you are looking for some fantastic pork tenderloin, Wood Iron Grill has now joined the Tenderloin Trail 2.0. The Tenderloin Trail 2.0 passport is now available. Don't wait, get started today. You can get the passport by going to the website iowapork.org/Tenderloin Trail. Get the passport from participating restaurants or stop by the IPPA office to pick up the passport. Wood Iron Grill in Oskaloosa, home to one of the stops on the Tenderloin Trail 2.0.
In this Vision for Last Time Out, Tate Vanderlaan is the new pitcher for Newton. Vanderlaan making his 13th appearance out of the bullpen, 40 and a third innings of work, 26 earned runs, 34 strikeouts, a 4.51 ERA, opponents hitting .276. Pella is still dealing here with Jack Howard, who has an RBI single, been on base twice. Runners on the corners, just 1 out. Riley Mooshka is responsible for both of these runners. 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts in 4 1/3 innings. So Jack Howard is on base, and the top of the Dutch order is looming yet again here in the 5th.
Yeah, Jack had a huge at-bat last time as they throw over to first. After 2 failed bunt attempts, hit just a solid hit. Had one that like Friday night against Grinnell or against Knoxville, and they caught it out there on him. But another great hit there to the right field gap.
Strike called. And Howard, yeah, he was showing bunt those first 2 bats and then took a couple pitches and laced one into right center field. And now the Dutch in the driver's seat in the Substate semifinal. They are just 6 outs away, and every run just further breaks the back here of the Cardinals.
Yeah, kind of like against Knoxville, they just got to keep adding on, tacking on runs.
And sorry, there's just a runner at first. That was the error that allowed that run to score Hillman. So he would be standing at third had the left fielder Hillman come up with it cleanly, but instead it is just the runner at first base. 2-1 to Howard, and the top of the Dutch order waiting for more. Howard takes a big cut at it, misses 2-2.
Yeah, I've been impressed. Jackson, those guys that even in the Pella Christian game in South Tama, he's had some really great at-bats. Kind of showed off why he started the season leading off.
Now the count runs full on deck. Isaiah Kettler.
I don't think they'll be running here with Anderson, but we'll see what happens here. Jack tends to put the ball in play here.
Now they're going to check on the runner. Vanderlaan's throw will get away, just barely.
Would have gotten away even further. It actually hit Anderson.
Yeah, that was not a great throw from Vanderlaan, and maybe some good luck there for Newton that keeps him at first base. Still 3-2 to Howard. Vanderlaan, again, one of the top relievers out of the Cardinals bullpen, is swinging a foul straight back. We'll do it again. He's got a little more velocity and a little more size to him on the mound than Mooshka did. 3-2, 1 away, live on KRLS and on Pella Dutch Live. Pella trying to add to a 5-2 lead. Another payoff pitch to Howard is ball 4.
Great job by Jack. You can see why he's leading off at the start of the season. I'm really impressed with him. He's another one next year. It's going to be awesome to see come back.
Well, and the Dutch can more or less end this game here with a handful of runs. The way Hanson's pitching may just be, 3 runs, Ryan, on paper may be enough, but in the postseason it's never enough. You just want to keep adding. First pitch to Kettler is outside, 1-0.
Yeah, momentum can go from each dugout there.
Kettler's 0 for 1. He's been on base via the hit by pitch and the walk in this game. You know, he wants to do some damage with his bat, but has not been afforded that chance. Nothing has been close to the strike zone since that first inning.
Yeah, Tade went 2-6 on the year, and right now he's leaving everything up. He's not coming down the mound. His release point's really high.
2-0.
There
Kettler will take a strike. Do have another Straver Cellular instant radio update. Twin Cedars adds insurance. It's 6-2 Sabres over Sigourney after 5. We will have those games live next week. If Twin Cedars holds on, Derek Cardwell will make the trek to Fort Dodge for Twin Cedars softball, who's had a remarkable season with an incredible group of athletes that have come together over on the lines of Bussy down to our south. And Kettler takes a walk.
Well, that was
Nothing was ever close there except for that one get-me-over pitch, Ryan.
Yeah, it was. But bases loaded here for Quinn again. Our middle of our lineup has had Quinn and Jason have had bases loaded for him a couple times, I believe, and they've been able to get him in here. So Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn got the RBI via the hit by pitch last time. You know, he'd like to do something with his bat here. One away, bases full of Dutch. They're a couple big swings away from icing this game late. Pitch that misses, 1-0.
And they're still in double play depth. They got corners in and still trying to get double play with one out. Maybe a little surprising, but we'll see what happens.
Just trying to get whatever you can get done. There's a big swing and a big miss, and Ramey went all the way back around to check, I think, where it landed, 1-1.
No, he was going for catcher's interference. The catcher's glove came off, and
okay,
they didn't call it there, but you think with the catcher's glove, yes,
Ramey shows bunt, and he gets it foul, 1-2.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a suicide squeeze bunt or not, because Anderson was not running.
He wasn't roaring home
no,
in that case.
So I don't know if that was truly a bunt for a hit or what. But anyway, it's 1-2 count here. He needs to put it in play.
1-2, and
There you
Ramey,
go.
he'll poke it over to the right side.
To try
throw
to get double
second
play.
for first. Throw to first will not be in time. It's a fielder's choice RBI for Quinn Ramey, and it's 6-2 Dutch.
That's a senior leader right there. That's a ton of experience. He did not swing hard at all. Bat through the strike zone a long time. Just hit it softly to second. I was a little worried about Howard getting hit by the ground ball there a little bit, but got the force out at second. Tried to turn the double play, couldn't do it. And a big 6th run here as we scored 2 here in the bottom of the 5th.
And Jason Knox can put a lot of doubt into this game to rest with a hit here. It's 6-2 Pella. Keegan Hanson's been dealing. What, Ryan? He's thrown 33 pitches in the past 4 innings after throwing 26 in the first, and has set 13 down in a row.
Yeah, Pella can be pretty picky here right now. Just look for your pitch, Jason, and stroke it out there, buddy.
Indianola 7, Ankeny 4. That's after 3 innings in baseball, and a run will score on the wild pitch. Maybe a throw at the plate. Bang, bang. Is not in time.
It was a close play. The throw from the catcher was pretty high, and Jack got underneath it. And another run there, make it 7-2.
Well, still 2-0 with now a runner in scoring position at second, and Landon Bethards. Knox with a base hit to the outfield can make it 8-2 Dutch, matching their score from the victory on Friday. (2-0), 2 outs, a 7-2 Pella lead. And a new baseball coming in here for Tade Vanderlaan.
Yeah, I think they maybe could have had him, but he didn't. He threw that pitch and just kind of stayed at home. Didn't break late. By the time he got there, it was too late. Good job by Kettler. It's a good slide.
Sorry, Randy. We've had this a couple times already. Just got up in the postseason moment. Thank you very much to Randy Jarzambek. The Pella offense exploding here in the middle of the game. Your raise the roof moment of the game. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Randy's getting his money's worth this postseason with how this Pella team has performed.
Thank you, Randy.
3-1 the count to Knox. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Runner at second base is Landon Bethards. Pella already doing the job here, scoring 3 times in the 5th after 3 runs in the 4th. And they've added now a 7-2 lead. And that's ball 4 low, and Keegan Hanson can help his own cause.
Yeah, Keegan again is up to bat here with runners on. Pella the whole night has had runners on base, and 2 outs here, and hopefully Keegan to deliver a ton of green grass over there to right center.
Wind is blowing out still to right center field. It's Pella 7, Newton 2. The Dutch on the cusp of a Substate final showdown on Wednesday. A ball that laces foul. 0-1 for Hanson, who is 1 for 3 in the game. And we do have an update.
I think Grinnell. Oh, yes, thank you, Andrew.
Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio Update. What's the score?
It looks like Grinnell may have won 2-1, I think, against Sadell.
It looks like that might be a final score. So the Tigers now awaiting, right now, the Dutch in a 4th matchup and another familiar foe. That's what this bracket was full of, Ryan, was nothing but familiar opponents for all these teams. Yep. They all played each other throughout the season. 0-2 to Hanson.
It's easier on Coach Jablonski for scouting. You already know what you're getting there.
Yeah, everyone knows what everyone's getting coming up on Wednesday if the score holds. And honestly, it'd be true if Newton's headed there. I mean, in terms of scouting, it's all the same. But right now, it would be quite the shock if Newton was able to come back as things sit right now. 1-2 runners at first and second for Keegan Hanson. And he will foul it off again.
Keegan is just barely missing these. And he did finally throw his first curveball, Tate did, and missed with it. But Keegan's close. I'm looking for something big here.
Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard: Twin Cedar 6, Sigourney 2 after 5, Ankeny 7, Indianola 7, Ankeny 4.
Yes!
Ball laced up the middle,
yes,
and that's past the shortstop.
Come on, Isaiah.
Kettler
play at
will
the plate. It's going to be close.
Come
safe.
On home, and he is safe at home. It's an RBI single for Keegan Hanson. 8-2 as Beathard slid around the tag to score the run.
Awesome job there. He slid towards the back side of the plate, and it was going to be a bang-banger. And 8 runs there. We got people on first and third. Looks like Keegan had an awesome job, squared that up. Beautiful line drive hit up the middle. And 8-2 with Caleb coming up. Great job, Dutch.
Number 3 ranked Grinnell in the final rankings in Class 3A. Let's get that officially official on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, where Pella keeps adding to now an 8-2 lead. And that is a final score. So 2-1 Grinnell. They've only lost 4 times this season, and they're hoping to keep it that way. Sadell battling hard, but it's the Tigers who score the final 2 runs of that game. And we'll await the winner of this one. It's right now, Ryan, 99% on the win probability, it looks like, for the Dutch on the old ESPN.
You've got that on your phone.
I'm just making that one up. Oh. But it's right now, Pella looks like they're in excellent shape.
Yeah, in that last play, it looks like they had Vandaloon maybe doing a delayed steal, trying to get a balk call.
It's 1-1.
And all the shadows are gone.
And the pitcher, Vanderlaan, will step off here and reset everything. Runners on the corners. There's still insurance on base here for the Dutch.
Yeah, keep going.
Stewart, 2-1. Stewart is 0 for 3, and he's hoping to join what has been a busy stat sheet night for the Dutch offense.
Yeah, Tate has already thrown 29 pitches this inning.
2-2. Strike on the outside corner. So as it stands right now, 3 of the 5 KNIA KRLS area teams that were alive and looking to keep their season alive tonight will do so if all the scores hold as they are. Vandaloon's off and getting the rundown. Throw will come home, but it's up the line and safe. A double steal for the Dutch, Ryan, and they'll score run number 9.
Yeah, that was run perfectly. They tried to play before, and Stewart fouled it off. But Vandaloon did a good job and took off, and then Knox took off, and by the time they got there, it wasn't even close. And you obviously have a very athletic Knox running down the baseline.
Pella's best base runner probably on the season.
Yep, 9-2 with 2-2 count here with Caleb. See if we can get 10-2.
Dutch looking for more. They're going to check on the runner at second, Vandaloon, who slides back in.
Yeah, it's going to take more than a hidden ball trick now to.
And if it happens, so be it at this point, Ryan. Pella got the job done in this inning.
Yes, correct. Another 5 spot there.
And Stewart will pop it up, foul down the Dutch dugout line and over said dugout. Haven't commented on it, but a pretty good crowd here for a Monday night,
Big
both
time.
sides.
Yeah.
As you would expect, Pella, especially with what's on the line here, Ryan, they're making a push. And hey, if things hold the way they are Wednesday, I feel like with who's pitching for both teams, it's anybody's game.
Yeah, it's awesome to see some of the Pella fans, some that I haven't seen for quite a while, that have had kids go through this program, the baseball program, come up, and it's good to see some familiar faces come and hopefully celebrate a victory here.
But we are closing down the Pella High School Athletic Complex. Regardless, tonight Stewart will take strike 3 looking to retire the side. But the Dutch will score 5 times, sending 9 batters to the plate in the inning. Pella's feeling it here tonight. They are just 6 outs away from a Substate final showdown with Grinnell inside our Pella Real Estate Services broadcast booth. 9-2 Dutch.
Accidents come in all shapes and sizes, like those little door dings from that person who wedges their vehicle into a tight parking space, the stray foul ball that happens to find your vehicle, the road rash your bumper gets from a high curb, or an unexpected encounter with a deer out on his evening stroll. No matter how big or small those scratches or dents are, trust Langstrad Auto Body to get it fixed. They put their experience and state-of-the-art technology to work for you to fix it right the first time. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
Why should you consider a career at Vermeer? Damian Cochran is a machining technician who works 3rd shift, something that he says fits his schedule perfectly.
I did not want to work 1st shift because I hate getting up in the morning and going straight to work. I like that we all work pretty good together and it's easy to get along with everyone on 3rd shift because everyone's easygoing.
Start the search for your career at Vermeer by visiting vermeer.com/careers.
7, Drew Thompson.
It's been a long time since the Cardinals have been out to bat, and it feels like it was a blink of an eye as Keegan Hanson has been dialed in. He set down 13 in a row and has used just 33 pitches to get through the last 4 innings. It's 9-2 Dutch. At this point, it may be elementary. Ground ball, foul off the batter. That's the batter, Thompson.
Yeah, right off the old toe. That does not feel good.
Thompson, the catcher, is 1 for 2. And again, we've mentioned it a couple times, but it's Grinnell awaiting the winner of this game on Wednesday. So the top 2 seeds in Ryan, what was a very competitive bracket when you look at it overall in terms of really 2 through 7, there wasn't a ton of difference in terms of talent and ability in players, but it's sometimes how it works. Sometimes it's a random mix in baseball, but it'll, as of right now, be the top 2 seeds that advance out of the bracket.
It's rare you see 7 of the 8 teams have plus 500 records. You just don't see that. And
one who had a really plus in Grinnell, and everybody else who was between 2 to 7 games above 500.
Yeah, everybody had a puncher's chance to get to Grinnell, and it looks like it's going to be Pella.
The 1-1 offering. There's a ground ball foul again. 1-2 just right by the plate. So our score is 9-2 inside our Pella Real Estate Services broadcast booth. Dutch are just 6 outs away. Hanson, half swing down the first base line, and that stays foul.
Yeah, it's kind of some defensive swings here, and that's a good sign if you're the Pella fans that he's not swinging like this. Doesn't seem like the Drew Thompson that lined a, a single in that first inning there. These swings, it just shows you how much different Keegan was in the first inning to right now, how much his stuff is moving.
Well, and there'll be no secret, Ryan, by the way, as to who joins us. You talk about Keegan and that good sign. There's a swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Keegan Hanson. Make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Set down via the K. As we look at our McCall Monumental Player of the Game, take one guess as to who I'll be requesting for the post-game interview.
I'm going to say Anderson Sherm.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad one, but
I mean, he's Mr. 1,000.
But
no, Keegan.
It's the guy in the mound.
Awesome. Yeah, no, Keegan's been awesome.
And honestly, and I didn't mean anything negative directed towards Keegan, but it looked like there, Ryan, for a second, that Newton had all the answers to Hanson. 0-2, those first 5 batters. And in the postseason, coaches, and you don't blame them, often have a quick trigger, but Coach Sablonsky had a gut feeling his offense was going to do well. He stuck with Hanson, and Hanson has really delivered, and he's been unhittable these last few innings.
Well,
another strikeout, number 7 on the night for Keegan.
Like I mentioned in the first inning there, you just got to give Keegan a chance to get settled in. Like you see a ton of pitchers. Same thing happened to Jason in the Knoxville game. If you're going to get to him early. Once they get in a groove and you give them a big lead, they can be aggressive, and it doesn't matter what the count is. Just throw whatever you want at them.
Not so fast in Bussy, by the way. We're all knotted up, 6-all. After 5, Sigourney scores 4 runs in the 5th. And just like that, we are tied in the regional final down in Bussy. Our score here is 9-2 Dutch. A lot less drama to be had here as Keegan Hanson is coasting. He is behind 2-0 to Casey Summers, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. Strike.
Yeah, he's got them fooled right now. They're looking for curveball. He's throwing fastball and vice versa. So great job by Keegan. And they're making him pitch a little more pitches this inning.
2-1, a swing and a miss. Keegan Hanson is dealing. Hanson, with a breath, looks into Quinn Ramey, checks the sign. The 2-2 pitch is a called strike 3. You knew it was coming.
Yes,
Keegan Hanson strikes out the side. 17 in a row set down for the senior, and the Dutch are cruising to the Substate final 9-2. We've got 3 more chances for the Dutch to add to this lead inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
We do everything on our phones. We order dinner, schedule haircuts, and watch videos to figure out how to fix that leaky faucet. You probably expect the same convenience when it comes to your money. You want secure, reliable, mobile banking in the palm of your hand. So why not choose a bank with an App Store rating of 4.7 stars? At Light and State Bank, our LSB 360 app has all of the features you've come to expect, like mobile bill pay, easy transfers, and remote deposit from the comfort of your home. Plus, if you need to chat or have a question, save yourself a call and message us right from the app. Make the switch to Light and State Bank today. Member FDIC.
When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. This is Randy Jarzombek, owner of Randall Roofing, and we are the dependable and reliable leader for your home or business shingle roofing needs in Pella and the surrounding areas. Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
We'll just leave that text from certain somebody on as Keegan Hanson is absolutely locked in. The Dutch a 9-2 lead. And Ryan, of course you're looking for insurance here, but you're almost selfishly just saying, hey, get out of this inning so Keegan can get back out here and finish it.
No, yes, but you want to get
more
much momentum to go into Wednesday night. Cole's
Right.
super hot. You just want to keep going and score 10 runs here.
Making a little bit of a joke there. Obviously, Pella wants to score more runs here in the inning if they can, but for Pella, they've got enough for tonight, but like you said, now it's about what you can do to get ready for Wednesday. The 1-1 is fouled off, 1-2.
Yeah, if you're looking at the body language right now of Newton, it's kind of somewhat similar to Knoxville on Friday night, where they do not seem super interested in what's going on right now.
When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. 1-2 the count to Hillman. Swing and a miss, strikeout for out number 1.
Strike 3 swinging is out number 1.
It'll bring in Tate Wiesner, who's been Mr. Utility, had a sacrifice, a walk, a run scored, and he's grounded out. He is 0 for 1. And this has been the big difference, Ryan, during this postseason stretch and really the last couple weeks of the season is what Cole is doing, what Tate's doing, what Anderson and Jack are all doing. For so much of the first half of the season, Ryan, this team was reliant on the only way we're going to score runs is Kettler's going to get on, then Ramey, Knox, Hanson, maybe Stewart going to get him in. It's been 1 through 9, really the last 2 to 3 weeks of the season, and are starting to all click at a really good time.
Yeah, it's exciting and very encouraging where it's not just one person. You're just waiting for one person to do that. Anybody can do it. And I just feel like the overall attitude of the team is the best it's been all season right now, and they couldn't be in a better place.
I can't remember how exciting it's been for Pella baseball. There's been some good wins over the last however many years, but boy, it's been a lot of fun this stretch for Pella. It's been one of their better stretches in program history, and I'll say that without any hesitation, just how they're running into the postseason. And boy, if I'm Grinnell, there's nothing that's going to come easy on Wednesday with this Dutch. The way they're playing here tonight and the way they played against Knoxville. The 2-2 to Wiesner, he'll foul it straight back.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about, before the game.
So do you get that one to shot us? You got to go climb the fence?
I'll send one of the kids up for that.
That is stuck to the backstop.
That's got Cam Schulte written all over it right there.
And that will nearly hit Wiesner 3-2. Sorry to cut you off there, Ryan, but the ball is literally stuck at the top of the fence. I've never seen that before.
I think we need to talk to Mr. Fouch and get new fencing through here, I think.
I think Mr. Fouch should get on the ladder and go get it himself. That sounds like a pretty good compromise. Swinging a foul straight back. Good at bat here for Wiesner. This will be pitch number 8 coming up. 1 out here in the 6th inning. Dutch.
I would like to see Anderson get up one more time, which it looks like he's going to, I guess, with only 1 out. I want to see if he can keep the streak alive.
A payoff pitch yet again. 9-2 Dutch. Here's Tate Wiesner. That's ball 4, not close.
Great at-bats tonight by Tate. 2 walks, a sacrifice bunt. Just a great job out of him tonight. Taking what that's the whole night, really, for the most part, for Pella batters. Just be patient, and that's showing a lot of production out of them.
Andrew Schneider and Ryan DeShadis coming to you here on KRLS. Runner at first base, and the ball will get away from the catcher, Thompson, and that'll send Wiesner to second. Dutch, run number 10 now in scoring position for who's been their best player maybe in the postseason so far, Anderson Sherm. And he will smoke one into center field.
No, it's not.
Bauer will make the catch, ranging to his right for out number 2.
Anderson's just going to stay on first base. He thinks that's all you do after you.
As a freshman, that's all he knows. And that's what's been pretty exciting here, as Gage Gift will get an at-bat here. Is, again, we talked about it earlier in this game. Obviously, the future for the Dutches on Wednesday, we're playing to go to state against a team we've played 3 times this year and have had chances to beat. But the future is really, really bright. This freshman class is really something, and they're contributing now. Just imagine what it's going to be like when they physically mature, Ryan. They get more experience under their belt. They keep improving. They might keep this Pella baseball team very dangerous the next couple years.
Yep, that's exciting, and other people want to join that.
There's a pop-up Gift in foul territory.
It's going to stay in.
Chasing it down is Grimm, and he'll make the catch to end the inning. Pella will leave 1 runner on, but I don't think it matters. It's 9-2. Keegan Hanson will finish things up here when we come back in the top of the 7th inning inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Summer is here and your summer clothing headquarters is ready. Come take a look at our summer clothing line at the Hair Designers Salon and Boutique located in Oskaloosa. Dear John and Risen jeans to summer tops and cardigans. Match them up with our line of shoes and sandals. All the accessories you need from purses to jewelry. Start your summer vacation shopping with our friendly customer service and enjoyable shopping experience. Check out our Facebook page for hours and more information. Hair Designers Salon and Boutique, 1210 B Avenue West, Oskaloosa, where our customers are truly valued.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Lance Klein, at the Verduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
Keegan Hanson comes to the mound in the 7th inning, having set down 17 in a row. 8 strikeouts for the senior, and he's got 3 outs and plenty of insurance behind him, as Keegan Hanson looking to make his last pitches on this field and get the Dutch 1 step closer to Iowa City in the Class 3A state baseball tournament next week. After 6 innings in Bussey, it is still tied at 6. Tension in the all-decisive, perhaps, 7th inning for the Sabres and Savages. Indianola 7, Ankeny 5 after 4. Ground ball down the line, foul. 0-2. Nice play made by Newton's coach. 0-2. Hanson well ahead of Eli Stewart, Cale Swartz, and Tate Vanderlaan. The last chance for Newton. Hanson, after a long time for Stewart to get back into the batter's box, looks into Ramey, gets the sign. The 0-2 pitch is low, 1-2.
Good pitch there by Keegan, 2 strikes. Curveball. Started striking it up out of the zone there.
Newton was on base 4 out of the first 5 batters in the first, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. And since then, it's been a clinic by Hanson on the mound, striking out 8 in 6 innings. There's a ball laced up the middle, and that'll end the hitless batter streak there. The 17 batters in a row set down. Will get a runner on, but no harm there. Leadoff base runner for Newton.
Yeah, good job by Eli. Did not overswing, just kind of like we talked about Bo Leisure with Knoxville, with Keegan providing all the velocity there. Just stick the bat out there and it'll go quite a ways, and he did a good job of just the bat long time through the strike zone and got a base hit up the middle.
Just 75 pitches here for Hanson, now 76 after the single. Pitch is low, blocked by Ramey. 1-0, so pitch count not a factor right now for Hanson.
No, and then Pella's got their full complement of Wiesner, Hillman, Stewart if they need here for whatever.
Hanson's not pitching Wednesday anyway at this point, so you probably go as far as you can with him. Ground ball right back by him and into center field, back-to-back singles.
Another single through the middle.
Well, it starts somewhere if you're Newton.
Yeah, it starts somewhere, and like I said, if the score was 4-2, 5-2, 6-2.
And then you think about bullpen, you think about Pella really putting pressure on, but
9-2, you're all right. Still would like to at least get one out. It's always good to get that one important out there.
It's been a frustrating middle of this game for Newton that started out with a 2-0 lead. Pella has scored 9 unanswered, 5 in the 5th, 3 in the 4th. Rich Schulte mentioning maybe the strategy here. Pella's setting up. They want a triple play before the season ends. That would be quite the effort. It goes straight to Jason. Oh boy, there's a lot of logistics there. I think we'll just be happy with an out. There's a ground ball to first.
No.
Stewart is not sure what he was thinking, trying to throw. Stewart does get to first for out number 1. I think he heard Rich's. He was like, "Come on, I got to make that triple play happen."
A few fans saying, "Get the out there." The popcorn went flying. They just wanted the one out. They're more than happy with just getting the one out.
Here's Jordan Kilmer.
That's what you need. Just get that first out.
Swing and a miss. Big curveball sweeping across the zone and out of it for Hanson. 0-1.
Yeah, a little surprised they're swinging when you need base runners, but
no, they need more than just the 2 they've got, that's for sure. Hanson swing and a miss, high fastball. And Kilmer came up to the plate to swing, and he swung at 2 clear balls, 0-2.
He knows they didn't come here to watch him walk.
Hanson settles in, working again from the windup with a runner at third now. The 0-2 is high on the fastball. Probably as hard as he's thrown all night, 1-2.
Yeah, you can do that a little bit when you're ahead 9-2. You're missing it up.
1-2, 1 away. 9-2 Dutch lead. Runners at second and third for Newton. A swing and a miss. Strikeout number 9 for out number 2.
Yeah, Jordan, balls in the dirt. Quinn did an awesome job of knocking that down, and Jordan didn't even try to run that out. And they're down to their final out here with Evan Grimm.
Evan Grimm is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice in the game.
The crowd's starting to stand up in anticipation here of the third out.
First pitch from Keegan Hanson. Foul down the line, 0-1. Hanson got the final out against Knoxville on Friday in relief of Jason Knox, who hit the pitch count limit. And he'll have a chance to close the class of 2022's season at our home facilities with an out here. 0-1 for Hanson. Swing and a miss, and the Cardinals are down to their final strike, and the Dutch.
Crowd get on their feet there. Everybody's getting up right now.
Are inches away from a trip to Grinnell and a chance to go to state.
They're all clapping. They're excited.
The 0-2 from Keegan Hanson. A long look into Quinn Ramey. An 0-2 offering to Grimm. The pitch is swung on and chopped.
That's fair. He's calling it fair.
Calling it fair. And reach around. And the tag from the runner coming home. And Quinn Ramey jumps into the arms of Keegan Hanson. And a wild finish as the Dutch are one game away from state.
Only Quinn.
Your final score, Pella 9, Newton 2. And Pella heads to Grinnell Wednesday for the chance to go to Iowa City and the state baseball tournament. Your Cabinets on a Pella Radio postgame show with a jubilant Dutch coming up after this on KRLS.
Are you ready for an active spring, taking walks with friends and getting back to gardening? Enjoying the nice weather is a lot more fun without movement issues or pain. At Kinetic Edge, we know you feel better when you function better. Whether it's a new pain, a reoccurring pain, or a movement issue you are experiencing, let the movement experts at Kinetic Edge help you enjoy spring to the fullest. Call us today to schedule a free screen at 621-0230 or visit kineticedgept.com.
If the termite queen is on the scene, call Maniga Pest Control.
If you are seeing any signs of termite damage in your home, there is probably more hidden damage that you can't see. A small problem could be a big problem or a really big problem. So don't wait. Call me. I'm Sean with Meninga Pest Control, and I want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Meninga Pest Control.
When is the best time to protect your investments? Anytime. This is John Hill at Let It Shine Detailing. And single application of either Duraslick or Flight Shield ceramic coating is the best option to protect your vehicles for years of durability and are only available at Let It Shine Detailing. Ceramic coatings offer increased resale value, reduced maintenance, rock chip and scratch resistance, reduced oxidization, and added luster. And they come with warranties and a Carfax certification. Remember, if it rolls, floats, or flies, I'm your guy at Let It Shine Detailing. Stop by in the alley at 313 Franklin Street in Pella to schedule your appointment.
Hey, members of Pella Cooperative Electric, it's officially summer, which means hot, humid weather here in Iowa. Save money on your energy bills by following these energy-saving tips. Keep curtains and blinds pulled to keep the hot sun from heating up your house. Set your thermostat a few degrees higher and run fans. Use your dryer and oven during the cooler parts of the day. Opt for energy-efficient LED light bulbs. And don't forget to replace your air filter for your AC to run efficiently. Looking out for you, we're Pella Cooperative Electric.
This is the Cabinet Design of Pella radio postgame show where they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the cabinet guy at Cabinet Design of Pella, and Pella another impressive win as they mow down Newton 9-2, and they are one step away from Iowa City, the University of Iowa's home field, and the Class 3A state baseball tournament next week out east. Let's go ahead and run down your final stats tonight. They are presented in part by your friends at the Verduff Agency. Isaiah Kettler is on base 3 times tonight. He was 0 for 1. Quinn Ramey goes 1 for 3 with a couple of runs batted in. Jason Knox was 0 for 2 with an RBI. Keegan Hanson was 2 for 4 at the plate with an RBI. Caleb Stewart 0 for 4. Cole Hillman was 1 for 2 with a couple of runs scored. Tate Wiesner 0 for 1, reached 2 with 2 walks and a run scored. Sherm finishes 2 for 4 with 2 runs. Howard 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. For Newton offensively, Bauer finishes 1 for 3. Thompson was 1 for 3. Chance and Summers each 0 for 3, 0 for 2 respectively. Eli Stewart was 2 for 3. Cale Swartz was 1 for 3. Vanderlaan, Kilmer, Grimm do not reach base in the game. Your winning pitcher tonight was Keegan Hanson. He went the distance, 7 innings, as he was able to scatter 5 hits, leave him in the first and 7th innings, and he had 9 strikeouts on the night, 2 earned runs for Stewart, and the loss will go to Mooshka. He went 4 1/3, gave up 6 runs. I had him for 4 earned in the game, 2 strikeouts for Mooshka. Your final stats are presented by the Verduff Agency. Let Chandler or Larry examine your stats and calculate an insurance plan for you. The Verduff Agency, providing complete courteous service to the Pella area for over 100 years. Ryan, our McCall Monument, monumental play and player of the game first. The play of the game for me, you go back into that second inning, it was getting that run early in the game. Hillman got on base, back-to-back hits by Sherman. Howard got on base actually via the first one on a fielder's choice, but Pella getting that first run was so huge because they obviously gave a lot of momentum to Newton early in the game, and if they let that score linger and linger and linger, to me it gets harder and harder and there's more pressure. Pella getting that first run early to me seemed like, much like he did against Bo Leisure, even when they fell behind, settled them down a little bit.
And they let them know, okay, it's going to be all right, and same thing we kind of talked about. You leave a team in there, as long as you leave them in there, the more their confidence they're going to get, and that kind of showed them, okay, maybe we're not going to run away with this thing, and then Keegan just kind of took over from there. They're 5 pitches, got back in, and Pella was keeping the pressure on, getting guys on, and finally that broke through.
Player of the game was Keegan Hanson, 2 for 4 at the plate, and he was brilliant on the mound after the first inning. 9 strikeouts, at one point set down 17 in a row. And again, I don't want to overemphasize when I was talking, it was a little heat of the moment, but in that situation, Keegan was on the cusp of being taken out of the game. If Newton scores a few more runs, Keegan may not even finish the first inning, right? But he's able to battle back in that inning, get a couple strikeouts late in the inning, got himself a little bit of momentum, and came out in the second inning, and all of a sudden, Ryan, he was firing and went from possibly leaving this game in the first inning to completing it and doing so with an impressive fashion.
Yeah, and Coach Blonsky did a good job. He knows his players. He's got probably a longer leash, him and Knox both, and then probably some of your other guys, and they just did a great job of okay, it's going to come. It's going to come. It maybe taking a little bit longer than expected, but it's going to be there when it does. Watch out. And great job of Keegan. Same thing, could have given up on, said, I don't have it tonight, and he just stayed there and just kept dealing, and it was great to see him have a great last game here on Pella Field.
It's about to say, Ryan, we close down a season here. That's, by the way, our McCall Monumental play and player of the game. When it's time to memorialize your loved one or pre-plan your own trusty area's leading monument designer and installer, McCall Monument on Old Highway 163. But what a year of athletics. There will be a lot of brand new facilities that we see on the other side of it. We hope there's 4 games left. That's the ultimate goal at this point for the baseball team. But again, 2021-22, our first full year back after COVID and all the above. We had a ton of home events. I'm sure a lot of people for you to thank here in a moment, especially as facilities director here, that made this season possible, and obviously a lot of fun that we've had at this baseball diamond and all of our great facilities.
Yeah, I want to thank, first of all, Mr. Fouch. He's been a great addition here, and he helps with that great attitude of his and just can-do attitude, and you need a bunch of people to keep things running smooth and looking nice for everybody to be proud of. So definitely want to thank him and just the administration, Mr. Ebeling, and the school board of supporting us, giving us what we need to keep things looking nice and supporting us 100%. It's great to have them behind us.
And this concludes our first full year with Andy on board on Pella Dutch Live, and kudos to the work. I know he's just now looking over because we said his name, that he and Ben and the whole technology team have done to enhance what we do on the radio, right? Trevor and I are a little bit of egomaniacs, but we feel like we put a pretty good product out on the radio.
Oh,
and having the video that enhances that and the benefit that provides to our listeners, to our sponsors, to the families in our school, most importantly, and the kids, and the showcasing experience that's added. I do want to have huge mention because that's coming back in full force this fall. We already have our fall schedule made out, and we're really excited when Pella Dutch Live does kick back up in late August. Our first one will be volleyball on the 23rd, and Ryan, that's been a huge addition too.
Yeah, Andy and Ben all those guys have done a great job. It's just the tip of the iceberg. We're getting more cameras, we're getting more everything, more sponsors, and really it's just going to be the kind of the tip of the iceberg. It's exciting when what we see to other schools have, and we have just an unbelievable product, and Andy spends a ton of time on it, and it shows, and we're thankful to have him, and again, all the support there to make that just an unbelievable product. And we're just getting started. I know with basketball and volleyball going and football, that with all these cameras we got, it's going to be really exciting, and we're definitely lucky to have him. He's a big asset to the school.
So, yes, want to get our thank yous and all the above out of the way as we close down the final event here at Pella High School in the 2021-22 academic year. And, Ryan, thank you for joining us up here. I know that you have a lot of fun. We got at least one more game left between the two of us, and we're hopeful we've got 2 or more, but Wednesday should be a big one.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is great. It's one of my bucket list deals is to do this. I was able to coach for a while, and so it's great. I love this, and you're great to work with, and thank you for letting me do this. I appreciate it.
Hey, let's hope we got more than one, right?
Yes, sir. I would love to be in Iowa City. Graduated from there and was born there. And
I got a place to stay all week, too.
Yeah.
I want a nice long week because I got my folks in North Liberty. I'll sleep on their couch for a week to come call Pella baseball, no doubt.
Yes, that would be a good problem.
Let's see how it all shakes out. Big one on Wednesday against number 3 Tigers. Here inside our cabinet is on a Pella Radio post-game show on 92.1 KBLS. We'll have Coach Jablonski join us here in just a moment, and also Keegan Hanson. Let's run down while we have a moment here our area scores, and the Sabres are going to state.
Yes.
Let's give ourselves a little more love here in a Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio
There
update.
you go, Sabres.
Grace Bailey walks it off with an RBI double, and the Sabres are state-bound for the first time since 1978. Twin Cedar 7, Sigourney 6. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout. When we come back, the one and only Keegan Hanson joins us following the Dutch's win and advance in the Substate playoffs, 9-2 over Newton.
Honey, where do you want to go out to dinner?
How about Mexican?
I was thinking Chinese.
Some decisions are hard. Switching banks shouldn't be. When you sign up for a Bank Iowa account online, you can switch your direct deposit and online bill payments at the same time. In just a few clicks, you'll be banking with Bank Iowa faster than you can say,
I'll have the Mugu Guy Pan.
That's an excellent choice.
Learn more at bankiowa.bank/switch. Bank Iowa. Let's make it happen. Member FDIC.
At Bruxford's Home Center, we're celebrating our anniversary with store-wide savings right now.
Get 25% off all in-stock Lazy Boy and Flex Steel furniture. Get a free cordless lift on select Graber shades, and all orders of 4 blinds or more are 10% off. If you need a new mattress, save up to 22% with the Sealy Friends and Family sale. And our anniversary gift to you is free pork patties and ice cream certificates when you spend $500. Stop in for our anniversary sale now through July 22nd at Bruxford's Home Center in Pella.
We're back inside our Cabinets on a Pella Radio postgame show. It's our continuing coverage of Pella High baseball following their win over Newton in the Substate semifinals 9-2. Here with the winning pitcher, Keegan Hanson, who goes the distance, 7 innings, strikes out 9, gives up 2 runs in the first inning. Keegan, obviously a rocky start. The first 5 batters, 4 get on base, and they were hitting you hard. You were able to settle in there at the end of the inning, keep it a 2-0 game, and your offense picks you up on the other side. Your thoughts about that start and how close you were to maybe being out of the game, and then now here you were getting the final out of the 2022 season on your home field.
Well, battling through adversity, obviously, that's what good pitchers try and do. And off to a rocky start, I was getting banged around a little bit, walked one guy. I was a little self-conscious, didn't know if I could do it. Got that third out, which made me settle in a little more. Then I went back out there second inning, and it started to feel normal again. All the jitters got out of a playoff start, and we took it home.
Well, and you really take it home. And how critical was it? It was similar to Knoxville, right? You fall behind early, but the guys were getting on base. You left 5 on base in the first 2 innings, and while you weren't getting the runs home you wanted to, how important was it confidence-wise to be getting on base and making sure you had those opportunities?
Well, first off, I'd like to say I love every single kid on this team. They're out there busting balls for us every single day, and practice makes perfect. We were able to get some base runners, string a few at-bats together, and get some runs across. Once we started getting 1, 2, it started building up, and then we exploded there for a 5-run inning. That just builds our confidence even more. We got into the field. Credit to Jason Knox making some great, outstanding plays at third, and just enabled us to just keep the energy going.
Well, and this team has had 14 losses this season, and in those losses, the defense isn't working, and your offense has been maybe top-heavy or not capitalizing. What have been the huge differences, even just these last couple weeks of the season, that have turned this season on its head? And you guys knew you were a good team, but it's a matter now of putting it all together, and you guys are a very dangerous team because you're doing those little things well.
Yeah, it's getting the guys that didn't have as much experience in a varsity baseball game, getting them ready to go for the playoffs. All of a sudden, we're hitting 1 through 9th of the order. Credit to Ando. He comes in the 8 hole, bats some runs in for us. That just gives everyone else on the bench confidence. They can come in, they can do it too, and credit to all the guys. They are getting stuff done in the bottom of the order, and that's how we need to be a winning baseball team.
Well, and you've had a great senior season. What's it like out there when you're dealing the way you are? 17 batters struck down in a row after those first 2 runs scored. And what was the difference for you from that first inning really through the final 6 that allowed you to really keep Newton off balance the whole night?
Just get settled in. All 3 of my pitches started working. So the curveball was a little shaky in the first inning, and then I got that going. The changeup started working, and really allowed me to put together good pitch sequences so I can get the batters off balance, and all of a sudden they had no idea what's coming.
And we talk a lot about the future on the air, about this freshman class, and they're going to have some great seasons ahead of them. But let's talk about these seniors. Ever since I called that senior night game where you guys had the 4 on base in a row to have the big rally, it feels like all 4 of you have been clicking. Cole has played excellent defense and has maybe been your hottest bat these last couple weeks. Obviously, you and Jason are doing what you do on the mound and at the plate. And then Quinn with some fun plays, especially the last one here, getting on base with bunts and errors. It doesn't matter. He's getting on any way he can. I imagine this has to be a special memory, these 2 games at home with this senior group. Hoping you have more, certainly, but it's not too shabby to have these in your back pocket.
Yeah, these 3 guys, they're my very best friends. You know, we come out here every single day, and we're playing baseball together. We're enjoying it. We're making memories that we're going to remember a lifetime. And Cole's really stepped up. That's significant for us. He's always played good defense, but his bat has really gotten hot. Jason just does what Jason does. You know, he's going to be that solid pitcher. He's going to hit the ball all over the park. And Quinn's just tough as nails. That's a good way to describe him, tough as nails. He's going to get it done, and it's going to be dirty, and everyone's going to like it.
Well, and it makes it a lot of fun, and there's one more chance for a really special memory Wednesday. You're 0-3 against the number 3 team in the state in Grinnell, and you've been close in a couple of those games. What's it going to take to topple the Tigers and be playing in Iowa City for the chance at a state championship?
We're gonna have to execute all the little things. We're gonna have to play our game throughout the game. We're just gonna have to do what we've been doing the last 2 games, stringing at bats together. It's not gonna be a high-run game. I'm suspecting a low-run game. We're gonna have to click when we need to click and get those critical outs.
And I know it sounds weird, but is there even just a little bit of advantage knowing that I know you're 0-3 against them? You hope maybe they're a little overconfident, all the above. I'm sure you'll take whatever advantage you get, and it's maybe almost comforting that you know Grinnell, right? It's the giant that you know at least as opposed to one you don't.
Yeah, it's extremely hard to sweep a team. We all know that, and to beat a team 4 times, especially in such a big stage, we're going to come out hot. We're going to try and put them on their heels, and then maybe we'll unexpectedly get under their skin, and then we're going to coast, hopefully.
We'll see how it all goes. It's Keegan Hanson, 9 strikeouts, 7 innings as the Dutch topple Newton on their way to the Substate final. Final score 9-2. Keegan, it's been a blast this summer so far. Look forward to another special moment Wednesday. Appreciate your time.
Yep, thanks, Andrew.
We'll wrap things up here from Pella High School. You're listening to Pella High Baseball, powered by Bank Iowa on FM 92.1 KRLS, Pella Knoxville, KRLS HD1, Knoxville Pella, and on Pella Dutch Live. Wrapping it up after this on KRLS.
The Pella printing approach combines old-world craftsmanship with today's cutting-edge technology to provide brilliant printed products at a value price. Pella Printing offers offset printing in their state-of-the-art press room. They use Komori, Heidelberg, and Hamada presses to offer a broad assortment of quality printed products with speed and precision. Choose Pella Printing for business cards, postcards, brochures, posters, calendars, catalogs, and more. Pella Printing, where technology and craftsmanship meet.
Pole barns were originally engineered in the 1930s. Over the years, the materials and techniques have been vastly improved. Modern-day construction makes for versatile buildings used for housing, commercial use, or storage. Dutch Mill Supply is your pole barn specialist.
Dutch Mill Supply, located in Pella, is your only locally owned, one-stop, full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. My name is Joshua Payne. My staff and I are here daily for professional service from the guy next door. Our product line is diverse, and we'll get you what you need quickly and at a competitive price.
Did you know that only 20% of unmicrochipped dogs and 2% of unmicrochipped cats are reunited with their family?
This is Dr. Glenda Van Wyk at Van Wyk Veterinary Clinic. Microchipping your pet can save lives. Placing a microchip is a quick and simple procedure performed right in our office. It is extremely important to not only register your microchip, but to keep your information current.
A tiny chip can help keep your pet with you for their lifetime.
Call us today to schedule your microchipping appointment. Van Wyk Veterinary Clinic.
Quality, compassion, family.
And this will wrap up our Cabinet Zana Pella Radio postgame show, where they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the cabinet guy at Cabinet Design of Pella. Your final score, Pella 9, Newton 2. Let's go in closing, presented by Light and State Bank. The Dutch, an 8-2 win over Knoxville on Friday, a 9-2 win over Newton. Pella is playing their best baseball of the season at the right time, and a tough test. Their toughest of the season looms. One of the presumed favorites to win it all in Class 3A, the Tigers of Grinnell. Pella is 0-3 against the Tigers. Have given them a few pretty close battles, including a few that we had here on Pella Dutch Live not too long ago. We'll see if the Dutch are able to make it 1 for 3 on the season and win the most important in the series against an excellent Tigers team who has one of the best pitching staffs in the entire state and defenses in the entire state. All hands on deck. Should be a fun one. Ryan and I will have the call from Grinnell. 6:30, opening pitch at 7 o'clock on 92.1 KRLS from the home of the Tigers. Also, let's run down one last time your Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. We got a lot of games here in action as Twin Cedars advances to state 7-6 over Sigourney. They walk it off as Grace Bailey will send the Sabres to state for the first time since 1978. We'll have coverage details coming up next week on KNIA. KRLS will tell you what station and where. Also in action still, Indianola 8, Ankeny 5. They're a win away from the Substate final coming up on Wednesday night as well. So a busy week continues, and one we're happy to keep continuing here. Tomorrow night we'll have regional softball action on 94.3 KNIA as Indianola is at home, and Norwalk is also at home with a chance to go to state. Both those games will be live tomorrow on our station airwaves. The road ahead is presented by PellaMotors.com. Pella and Grinnell coming up Wednesday. Baseball action, 6:30, pregame, 7 o'clock, first pitch. The road ahead is presented by PellaMotors.com, where you'll drive away happy. That's the Pella Motors guarantee. So this is the final time that we sign off from Pella High School. And as we mentioned earlier, a huge thank you to Andy Johnson, who's really added to our team here at Pella High and on 92.1 KRLS with his excellent work. We've loved having our audio on the video and the great visuals and graphics that he produces and works hard to put together. And we know bigger things await Pella Dutch Live when we reopen the channel coming up on August the 23rd, where as of right now, Katie Brand and I will have some Pella High versus Ballard volleyball. We cannot wait for that, but we hope we've got at least 2 more, if not 4 more baseball games between now and that moment. So we shall see. In the moment, thank you to him and thank you to Matt Fouch and the team here at Pella High School for always being accommodating. We are proud to be, very, very proud to be, the home and away voice of Pella High School athletics. In closing is presented by Lighton State Bank. Lighton State Bank, grow strong with us. For our entire KNIA KRLS broadcast team, this has been Pella High Baseball and the one to count on for today's local sports as they knock off Newton 9-2. And the home of the Dutch, 92.1 KRLS. Have a fantastic Monday, and we'll see you Wednesday in Grinnell. A state trip on the line. You don't want to miss it.
Thanks for tuning in to this presentation of Pella High School Summer Sports on the home of the Little Dutch, FM 92.1 KRLS.